Are we live? We are live. Everyone, what's good? What's good? How's everyone doing? Hopefully you guys are all well. I'm just watching Hamza Shiraz here get the job done comfortably against this Ukrainian who I've never heard of before. But Hamza Shiraz, just clean with his punches. Clean. He's just too big. Like, he was massive at 154. He looks massive here at 160. Another knockdown. This is the second round, another knockdown. Referees called it. Referee said, you know what, enough's enough. That was four or five knockdowns. Hamza Shiraz goes away from home and gets a knockout in the second round of a big card. That's a statement. That's a statement. Again, I didn't know too much about his opponent, so I'm not going to say it's the biggest win of his career. I'll look into that tomorrow. But regardless, if you're fighting a Ukrainian, basically in their backyard, and you get a second round knockdown with four knockdowns, second round knockout, apologies, with four knockdowns, job done, job done. Welcome everyone to the live stream. Appreciate you guys coming in as usual. Thank you very, very much. I'm not quite sure where we are with this card. So I don't know if it's just two more left than Usyk Dubois. I had a look on BoxRec and it's a bit confusing, but I guess for Hamza Shiraz to have fought now, I don't think we're that far away. I thought it might be a 10:30 ring walk. I think it could be a bit earlier, maybe 9:30, 10, which will be good, right? But yeah, thank you so much for joining the live watch along. We haven't done one of these for ages. I was actually having a look, and the last one we did was Jake Paul, Tommy Fury. So we've missed so many. But obviously, as you guys know, I've been at all of these fights. So all the fights I wanted to do a live watch along for, I've been there. Garcia Tank, Spence Crawford, AJ, I've been there. We are going to do one. I was going to go, but I'm not going to go. Eubank Smith too. So we'll do a live watch along for that as well. But I'm really looking forward to this one. Look, I've already given my predictions. You guys get your predictions in as well. I've said that I think that Usyk either stops Daniel Dubois second half of the fight, round 8 onwards, or it's a very wide points decision. But a few people think I'm wrong. A few people think that Dubois can spring the upset. And I'm like, look, it won't be an upset. It will be a huge upset. But look, we'll see how that plays out. I'm going to do, as I always do, as you guys know, I'm going to read out some of your questions that have come in. Thank you for all of those questions that have come in. Hundreds again, which I should be grateful for. I am grateful. I think this is going to be a very, very busy live stream. So keep your questions coming in now, and I'll try and read out as many as possible. But just to confirm again, Hamza Shiraz has got a second round knockout victory. And his record goes to 18-0, 14 knockouts. He's a problem. He's a problem because of his size. Like, he weighed in at 160. This is the 160 fight, right? I'm guessing he's 185 in the ring. He's a big human being. So we'll see. What's this one? James Burkett. You are the best. Thank you. Do you ever fear losing your integrity now that you have this channel, but also work within the boxing industry? How do you walk that line between truth and staying in the good books? It's not easy. It's not easy, but ultimately, I just try and stick to the truth. Yeah, stick to the truth. I respect the boxers a lot more. I understand the industry now from behind the scenes. It's difficult, but this is the most. I've always said, and I think some people don't believe me because obviously you see me on DAZN or TalkSport. This green chair is the most important thing for me. So as long as I know I can be truthful when I'm on this chair and truthful to you guys watching, that's the most important thing for me. Punktastic, even Ade, all this build-up has suckered me in. Really looking forward to this one now. Thought you'd be in Poland with TalkSport covering this one. No, TalkSport have their team. So Andy Clark, Spencer Oliver, Adam Cattrall, Gareth A. Davis. It's a good team. It's a solid team. So I don't mind not being able to get into that team. I do think I am part of the team for Fury Ngannou, but I'll find out later on. But again, most of the events that TalkSport cover, I'm actually working on anyway. So yeah, I'm not over there. It would have been nice to go over there. I didn't actually think about it. I probably should have gone over there. There was some calls for me to go over by a few organizations, wanting me to do some stuff for them, but it came too late, so I decided to do this. Big up the chats. We need Usyk to win tonight. False Fury to fight him. Probably won't be for Undisputed because Hrgovic talking about not taking step aside money. I think it still will be. I think there's ways around it. It's funny because I think it's bad, isn't it? And funny because look, Dubois is a Brit. We normally want our Brits to do well. We are quite patriotic like that, but I think majority of people want Usyk to win because we want to see Usyk versus Fury. Like if Dubois was fighting anyone else, we'd be like, oh, good luck to Dubois. But with this one, I want Dubois to do well, but I want Usyk to win because, again, I'm like you. I want to see Usyk force the situation with Fury. Deep Random Thinker says, the whole of the UK is rooting for Usyk, who is the real people's champion. No patriotism here. Yeah, in a way. Is that Michelle Joy Phelps in the ring doing these interviews? It is. Where's that? I can't remember the lady that does it for BT Sports all the time. I mean, well done to Michelle. It's a big gig if that is Michelle. Is it? Yeah, well done to her. That's surprising. See that mic sock? I love that mic sock. I've actually asked Josh Denzel to get me that. I said, steal it for me. I need that mic sock. You guys know I collect a couple of mic socks and I want that one. I really like that one because normally what it has, these mic socks normally have the company, sorry, the broadcaster brand, so it's Sky Sports or DAZN. They don't normally have the names like that one. And I like it. It says Usyk Dubois and it's got all the belts on it as well. I like that. So yeah. What's this one? Usyk fought the best of the best, one after the other, and adjusted to everyone. This guy has peak boxing skills, more stamina than anyone, can adjust to anyone, and can adjust the pace in any moment. Bloody hell, you obviously like Usyk a lot more than I do. Yeah, very interesting. I'm still very surprised that Michelle Joy Phelps is doing this and not, I think it's Joe Ankia. Is that her name? Surprised. I wonder what's going on there. This one, William Jones says, Dubois is entering the lion's den. This will be death by 1,000 cuts. I don't think it will be that drastic, but it's going to be difficult. By the way, that lion's den thing, I don't actually think that's going to affect Dubois. He's got this type of personality, very laid back, isn't he? Like, I don't think he's going to be walking to the ring and have any fear that he's getting booed by 40,000 people. I genuinely don't think it matters to him. I think he's going to go in there and just do his best. It might not be enough, but I think the Lions Den thing won't affect him at all. David Brady says, I've noticed something odd about UK fans. Instead of supporting their countrymen to become world champion, they don't want Dubois to win because that would hurt AJ's image. That is so not true. That is the most ludicrous thing I've read for a long time. People don't want Dubois to win. I think someone else mentioned it on the top here because they want to see Usyk versus Fury. That's why they don't want Dubois to win because they want to see Usyk versus Fury. Other than that, I don't think who would care. Like, if Dubois wins, congratulations, but we want to see Usyk Fury, or at least I do anyway. I don't think anyone's thinking if Dubois wins, it's going to hurt AJ's image because AJ couldn't beat Usyk. Boxing doesn't work like that, unfortunately. Sasha English says, good evening, Sasha. David, I think she's responding to David's message. We do support him and wish him well for tonight, but he's not going to win. Who knows? You never know. Gentleman's Game, Ade, when you interview AJ, can you ask him about the rumors of the Dubois sparring if it's true? Yeah, it happened, but I think people know this years ago. That interview that seems to have been floating around the internet was 3-4 years ago, maybe. So I think, yeah, it happened. I think it got confirmed. Jimmy Manuwa. I think this is Jimmy Manuwa, by the way, former UFC light heavyweight champion, who I think wants to make a comeback. Good luck to him, my brother. Great to have you in the chat, Jimmy. Thank you very much. Where are we? Jared said this is going to be a squash. Usyk is going to play with Dubois and then stop him. I don't know about that. We'll see, though. We'll see. Ben McGrath says, do you rate Shiraz? Obviously, this came in before Shiraz got the knockout victory. And the answer is yes. I do rate him. I don't know where he is, but I look at that 160 division, and I don't think there are any killers. Don't get me wrong, some really good fighters in the division. Adama is in the division. Adam Kanali's in the division. But I don't think there are killers in the division. Shiraz, because of his size, his frame, his reach, his power that we just saw now, is a bit of a problem for people. Bit of a problem. Dede Treek says, I've put my money where my mouth is and I put a bet on Dubois to win. If he doesn't win, at least I hope he has a go. He will certainly have a go. I can tell you now, there's no way Daniel Dubois under Don Charles is going to be sitting on the back rope trying just to survive. He will go out swinging. That's one thing I know will happen. He will go out swinging. Ultimately, the boxing does come down to skills. Skills pay the bills, and I expect him to to struggle when it comes to that tonight. See Laura Woods there in the studio with Carl Frampton and Big Daddy Bunce. Laura's so good, such a good presenter. She can do NFL, football, boxing, darts, everything. I see Josh Denzel. Josh Denzel, very casual for a big night. No blazer, no tie. No. Come on, Josh. What's going on, brother? Very casual. Josh is very good as well. Jared says Dubois will give it a go, but he's completely out of his depth. Yeah, I think that's fair. What's this one from him? Podium? Yo, Ade, great job on your weight cut. If Terence Crawford had time on his side, do you think he could be undisputed at 160 and 168? It depends on who he's fighting in those weight classes. Canelo is not very big for 168. And the guys at 160, I think Crawford potentially could beat. Yeah, but you're right. It's time. Crawford's going to be 36 soon. So I'm not quite sure, because I think a Crawford would want to put on the weight correctly. So not just balloon up. And I think that takes time to put on. So yeah, we'll see. Let's have a look. 2 seconds. Carl Oz says, big up everyone. Dubois going to sleep in 5. Usyk to put on a clinic in front of his people. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing as well that I think people are forgetting, that Oleksandr Usyk for the last few years has had to fight away from his people. Like every big fight he's had has been in someone else's backyard. So now I think, there's a little fly. Now I think this is his opportunity to show his home fans just how good he is. And I think he's almost got a perfect opponent in front of him, someone that is big and strong, so looks the part, but ultimately his feet's a bit too slow. So we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. 2 seconds. What has someone asked something a bit racist in the chat? I'm seeing someone say Ade's not racist, something. Anyway, I don't know. I'm not quite sure what people are going on about. But we won't even entertain it, will we? Harman Singh says, early good morning from Australia. Ade, a couple of questions for you. Your thoughts on Tim Tszyu getting elevated to full champ and Charlo being stripped as soon as he enters the ring against Canelo? Fair. I mean, it's fair. Look, Charlo wanted the Canelo fight. It really should have been the Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu's been waiting, right? Remember, it was supposed to be Charlo versus Tim Tszyu before, but then Charlo got injured, then Harrison stepped in. So Tim Tszyu's been waiting for his opportunity to become world champion. And I like what the WBO have done here. So basically what they're doing is they're allowing it to be undisputed versus undisputed. So Charlo, Canelo. But as soon as Charlo gets in the ring, that's it. He's no longer undisputed, and Tim Tszyu is the WBO champion. I think it's fair. My only issue with that is that I was desperate if Charlo won or lost for him to fight Crawford at 154 and it be undisputed versus undisputed. But, you know, there's rules for a reason. And Tim Tszyu, you know, he's been in big fights. He deserves the opportunity to be a world champion. Tim Tszyu himself, though, won't be happy being elevated. Like, sometimes to be the champ, you got to beat the champ. And obviously he's not beating Jamel. So he's not going to feel like a champion until he has a couple of defenses of that belt. But look, Tim Tszyu is one of the best 154 pounders out there. Look, without Charlo in the division, Tim Tszyu could be the best. But that fight against Brian Mendoza, I think it is, fantastic fight. Mendoza beat Fendora last time out, guys. Let's have a look. Good questions, by the way. I have seen a couple of super chats have come in. I will get to them, I promise. Nearly 800 of you guys in the stream. Again, appreciate you guys all coming through. Looking forward to this one as much as you guys are. Thomas Ridley says, yay, Ade. Well done on making the weight. Also looks like you might be getting chaos in Lagos. Yeah, guys. Firstly, thank you about making the weight. That video comes out tomorrow evening, 6 o'clock. I'm telling you now, you guys are going to want to watch the video of how I made the weight. It was brutal. I put out thousands of videos since I've started this channel. This one is easily going to be the best video you've ever seen. I'm just telling you now, so make sure you watch it tomorrow. As for what he's talking about there, chaos in Lagos, for those of you that don't know, AJ and Wilder are discussing a 2-fight deal. One of those fights in Saudi Arabia, one of those fights in Africa. I just think it's big for the sport. I just tweeted actually about this, that big fights don't always have to happen in the US and America. In order to make boxing this worldwide sport that we want, you do need fights all over the world. We're seeing one tonight in Poland. Obviously, with Kambosos and Tim Tszyu, we've seen some big fights in Australia, seen some big fights in the Middle East. We haven't seen a big fight for years in Africa. I think the last, I'm talking truly big fight, was probably Lennox Lewis Hassim Rahman in South Africa. It's been a long time. We need a big one there. Doesn't get much bigger than Wilder AJ. We'll see. We'll see what happens. 2 secs. Dylan Goodridge says, Ade, in a weaker middleweight division, does Shiraz win a world title in the next 18 months, or does he outgrow the weight before then? No, I think he could stay in the weight. I remember Shiraz, a year and a bit ago, was fighting 154 pounds, so he's gradually moving up. But he looks like he makes the weight well. Like when you see him at the weigh-ins, he doesn't look like he's dead. So I think he'll be okay. Eventually, we'll get to 168, potentially even 175, because he's got the height and he's got obviously the size to fill out the frame. But I think that in 18 months, or they're showing Oleksandr Usyk walking in. I love Usyk, man. I really do. What a fantastic fighter. It is strange seeing all these fighters get, like we need to enjoy a lot of these fighters now. Like when you Crawford 35, Usyk 36, Wilder 38, Fury 34, AJ 30. There's not long left in all of them. But yeah, I think to finish your question, Dylan, I think that it'll be okay. I think he will still be around the middleweight division in 18 months. Deda Treek says, excellent thinking to trademark the chaos in Lagos phrase. Clever, but easy money. You know, I just thought it just makes sense. Chaos in Lagos. I thought it just makes sense. Okay, what they're doing is, I think because Hamza Shiraz went very quick, 2 rounds, of just putting a couple of filler fights in. So I think ring walk times for Usyk Dubois is probably going to be about another 2 hours. But don't worry, you've got me to entertain you for 2 hours. All right, let's quickly read out the super chats that have come in, and then we'll go back straight to you guys' questions. Super chat from JY. West Ham is winning the league. Edson Alvarez, Rice, steady. Can't wait for the Kudus transfer to happen. Usyk TKO second half of the fight. Book it. Yeah, that makes sense. Your second part about Usyk, yeah, the West Ham winning the league obviously doesn't. But look, I live 10 minutes from West Ham Stadium, so I've got a little bit of love for West Ham. And hopefully they have a good season. Hopefully they do. Appreciate the super chat. Thank you very much. Big Dog, fantasy fight, Boovy versus Roy Jennings. Who wins? Boovy's massive. Boovy's massive. Boovy is like, I'm guessing Boovy played a bit of rugby back in the day. But Rory Jennings can fight, you know, that little kid. Definitely fought on the stands. Definitely. It's Chelsea, isn't he? Definitely fought. Appreciate the super chat again. A couple more very quickly. Where are we? 2 secs. Mark says, congrats on all those subs. Earned it. I think Dubois will look really clumsy tonight. Not good for his confidence in the future. But yeah, one lucky punch. Just can't see it happening. That's my thing with Dubois as well. Like, if he gets battered and embarrassed a bit, I agree with you. You've probably killed him already. Like, you know, like if Dubois was built correctly, he shouldn't be having these kind of fights. Let's be honest. Dubois shouldn't be fighting for the Unified Heavyweight Championship. He shouldn't be. Like, for me, you take these fights when you're ready. And Dubois is a massive, massive underdog. He's not ready for this level yet, I don't think. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, we'll see. All right, 2 secs. What's this one? Ade, what do you consider to be your correct title? Pundit, presenter, commentator, your pound for pound, regardless of the title. Thank you. I would say broadcaster. Yeah, still a bit weird even thinking I'm a broadcaster, to be honest with you. All right, where are we? Let's get back to the questions. 2 secs. I saw something. What's this one? Would Joshua have been told about Hellenius? What do you mean? Like told after the fight or before the? What do you mean? If you're talking about told after the fight, yeah, of course. I'm guessing he would have found out maybe a couple of days ago before we found out. But are you assuming that he would have been told before the fight? Absolutely not. Like Joshua's not going to get in the ring with someone that he knows is on some form of performance enhancing drugs. Very, very disappointing with Hellenius. Very. Just because I sat down and spoke to him and I gave him his plaudits. Like very, very nice guy. Very nice guy. Family man. Took the fight on a few days' notice. Saved the card. And this is just disappointing. It really is, man. Like drugs is rife in the sport of boxing. Like rife. You think of like the big names in the last few weeks that have had issues. Dillian White, Alicia Baumgardner, and now Robert Hellenius. That's in 3 or 4 weeks. Crazy, man. Crazy. Right. Let's have a look. Where are we? Philip answer. Ade Dubois has brought in James Ali Bashir, Usyk's ex-trainer. Do you think he'll give Dubois little secrets about Usyk now? No. What at this stage of Usyk's career, you've watched all of his tapes, amateur and pro, like you know exactly what Usyk does. You might be able to tell him some stories about sparring that maybe he got hurt to the body or something, that maybe that will be where Dubois sort of puts his best success to. But no, I like James Ali Bashir. I worked alongside him in South Africa for a couple of years. Nice guy, really nice guy. Was the trainer of Ivana Habzin as well. I'm not quite sure if he still is. Ivana Habzin fought Terry Harper recently. 2 secs. I think I've read that one already. Read that one. I'm just trying to make sure I get them in order so I can read all your questions, peeps. 2 seconds. I think we've done that one. I think we're here now. Ziggy says, Ade, what's going on, brother? Nothing much, Ziggy. Just looking forward to this one. Punch Perfect Boxing. Salute. You know what? Quick plaudit to Punch Perfect, yeah? Sometimes you have to give people their flowers. This guy's knowledge on boxing is just sensational. There are so many times when I might be talking about a fight and I'm not quite sure where I'm going with it, and I always refer to his videos. I just put them on. They're very quick, straight to the point, and I feel like I'm learning. Like I always put my hands up and say I don't know everything about the sport. I think this man does. I think he's fantastic, great knowledge. He's got a YouTube channel. Make sure you check it out. It's called Punch Perfect Boxing. Big Dog says Shiraz got so much potential. Yes, he certainly has a lot of potential. Frank must be really happy with him as well. I think Frank had him from the get-go. So it must be so good to have someone from the get-go and see them produce the kind of performances that Shiraz did away from home. So yeah. 2 secs. Billy Carter says, what time is Dubois ring walk? I would say, Billy, what's the time now? Just coming up to 8:30. I'm going to say at the earliest 10 o'clock. I think around 10. That's what I think. Levon says, do other people also think that Daniel Dubois may have social anxiety? He often looks away during interviews and seems reluctant to make eye contact with people. I don't know. Like, I've seen him. I think he might have social anxiety to people that he don't know. Like when it's new interviewers coming up. But I've seen him have interviews with Coogan, and he seems very calm. He seems very calm with other people that he's known for a few years. I've spoken to him. He seems very cool. I think it's people he doesn't know. I think he's very guarded still. But he's a boxer. He's a boxer. I actually think people are starting to grow and almost like the fact that he's like that a bit. I think we realize not everyone can be a perfect talker. But once he gets in the ring, I think you guys know he tries his hardest, doesn't he? Tries his hardest. GGG or Hagler in prime. Hagler. Yeah, Hagler's top 2 middleweight of all time. What's this one? Rooney 8 MUFC. Yo, Addy, my man, what is good? It's been a while since I caught it live. Love the work. What do you think about Hellenius being popped for PDs? Mad, right? Yeah, just spoke about it. Good to have you, man, Rooney 8. It's weird. I start to know the names of the people that have been around for ages, and Rooney's been around for a minute. Yeah, just disappointed, ultimately. I'm always disappointed when anyone fails a PD test, but when you have a conversation with them before and you talk about the drugs, and we spoke briefly about Dillian White off camera, and he was like, he was, I remember off camera, he was disappointed in Dillian White. And now look, Jesus Christ, man. Jesus Christ. Adam says, did you see Frank Warren making out he's putting on big shows tonight, even though it's Alex Krasiuk who's promoting the event? He won the purse bid. Yeah, Frank will obviously take some plaudits for it. But, I mean, Frank, he's part of it as well. But, yeah, this is not a Queensbury promotion show. It's not. But Frank is Frank. He's been in this game for a long time. He knows exactly how to take plaudits for something. Reed Cooper says, Usyk stoppage, even 9 or 10. Yeah, sounds about right to me. Legal Unicorns, it says, from Cape Town. Cheers for doing this. At a prediction is Usyk stops him in 3. Cheers, Legal Unicorns. Dude, we've got to do something. We've got to do something. I have seen your email and I will get back to you. I'll get back to you tomorrow. By the way, Cape Town, what a place. I was lucky enough to I've done some fights in Cape Town. I've done some fights in the castle in Cape Town. Loved it. Honestly, one of the best places on earth for me, Cape Town. Crime's a bit crazy. You got to be a bit careful out there. But in terms of just the beauty of the city, wonderful. JD _ 05 Usyk round 9 TKO. Yeah, sounds about right for me. A lot of people talking about Hellenius' drug test. Yeah, we spoke about that. We'll move on. Andrew Blaw says Usyk late. Won't be surprised if it goes the other way, but it would be against a runner play. I would be very surprised if that went the other way. If Dubois were to stop Usyk, like I'm putting it out there, I would be very, very surprised. So I would be 100%. Yeah, it has. Unfortunately, Naeem Islam has Beterbiev versus Bivol lost some of its appeal. Yeah, it has. It has, because we haven't seen them both fight for ages. So it's just lost a bit of its magic. Sometimes you just got to make a fight when the iron is hot. Strike when the iron's hot. And the fact is, when you know Beterbiev beat Yard and Bivol beat Canelo, you make it. You make it. Even if it's a case of you have to drop a couple of belts and it's not undisputed, you make it. Now Bivol's been out injured. Beterbiev's been out injured. His fight with Callum Smith's been delayed until what, January, February. He's 40 years of age. Yeah. James Burke says, what do you think happens to influence of boxing after KSI and Jake Paul fight? I don't see a future after that. I don't know. There's others getting involved, isn't it? Like Dylan Dennis got involved recently. Tommy Fury got involved. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I mean, obviously those two are so big that it probably makes you feel like influencer boxing is only just those two, but there are other influencers that are out there that want to fight. We'll see. We'll see. I will say this, you know, about KSI recently. So obviously I did the KSI show and my nephew was at home watching. And not my nephew. Well, my friend's son. I just call him my nephew because he calls me uncle. And he was like, oh my God, look, Uncle Ade's on the stage. So my friend messaged me saying, bloody hell, my son's going crazy that you're on the stage. And I was like, oh shit, I would have bought him there. Anyway, I reached out to KSI's manager and I was like, could KSI just quickly do a little video message for my nephew and say, shame you weren't there, blah, blah, blah. And he done it straight away. KSI done that video message just like that. I sent it to my nephew. I am the greatest uncle to ever live on planet Earth now, according to him, because of that message. He showed it to everyone in school. It was crazy. So thank you to KSI for that. All right. Luke _ 1999 says, can't wait for this watch along. Let's go at it, my bro. Who you got? Smith versus Beterbiev. I think Smith causes him problems, but Beterbiev will get him at some point. That's exactly how I see it. I think Smith will cause him problems because he's big, he's strong, looks good under Buddy McGurk. But ultimately, Beterbiev is a pound for pounder and he's unbeaten and he's knocked out everyone he's fought for a reason. Diego Najera, is that correct? Says, salute Ade, big congrats on the weight cut. Have a boxing fight in October and your journey has inspired me to cut weight properly for fight night. Oh, you're gonna have a fight. Oh, well done, dude. That cutting weight ain't easy, man. Like, man, it's crazy though how quick you put on weight again. Like, I'm fucking look, I'm nearly I'm nearly there already. I'm back. But nah, it was great. It was great. It was hard, but it was good. My next challenge, I will let you guys know about in a couple of weeks because we're not stopping. Challenges after challenges, people. Says, Ade, peace from Palestine. Peace, my brother. Hope you're well out there and hope you're safe as well. Paul Cocker says, Usyk on points. Yeah, that's kind of what people are going on about. Mark Nee says, hey, Ade, what's going on with all these failed tests? Well, I actually think it's a good thing. I think it shows that testing is happening because I think drugs in boxing is rife. I think it's rife. I think drugs in a lot of sports is rife, but I just don't like it in boxing because of how dangerous boxing already is. Like in athletics, fuck it, you're running 100 meters, 200 meters foot, you're not hurting anyone. But boxing, you're hurting someone. So yeah, I'm just happy that the testing seems to be catching these cheats. The Jam Man, hi Ade, how are you? I'm good. I'm relaxed. I go to New York tomorrow for a few days, a little bit of business, just to chill out as well. So we go for 6 days. So no videos, guys, for 6 days. I will obviously take my phone. That's why I film with my phone. I'm going to take that just in case, but no videos for a few days. Liam C says, keep up the good work, Ade. Cheers to you, Liam. Cheers to you. Water, by the way. It's not Bacardi, it's water. It's not vodka. Pound Entertainment Media says, if Usyk stops Dubois fairly early, do you foresee a quick turnaround for Usyk fighting again? No, because he hasn't. I can only go by what he's done in the last 4 years. And unfortunately, Usyk's only had one fight a year for the last 4 or 5 years. So I expect him not to fight again until late 2024. Yeah. What part of Nigeria were you born in? Abeokuta. Ogun State. That's where I was born. What's this one? Sky Hearn. Am I the only one getting fed up of hearing media outlets, TalkSport, and Simon Jordan especially talking about Fury versus Usyk, going over the same stuff? Yeah, look, I get it, but it's such a big fight. It's the undisputed heavyweight title fight, so they're going to continually talk about it. I understand what you mean, and it can be a bit like, why talk about it if it ain't happening? But until it could never happen, like until, I don't know, one of them retires and one of them loses, then you're going to continually talk about it. It's the way it is. I'm not bothered about Hellenius testing positive and him being potentially guilty. Let all these boxers juice. No. It's too dangerous to let all these boxers juice. No chance. BG London says, you still keep it real, Ade. Big up for that. I try. Guys, it's difficult to keep it. Like, there was a time when I used to sit on this green chair and I used to say whatever I wanted. I can't really do that anymore, but we still try and keep it real as much as we can. Paul Forrest says, Usyk via late stoppage. Yeah, I kind of see that happening. Naeem Islam says, if Crawford beats the winner of Canelo versus Charlotte 168, where would you rank him in terms of an all-time great? Top 10, maybe higher. I mean, if you're undisputed in 3 weight classes and unbeaten, so Crawford's already 40-0. I think some people forget that Crawford is 40-0. Is it 40? It is 40-0. Undisputed at 140, undisputed at 147. If he were to jump 21 pounds and become undisputed at 168, that's fucking ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. Let's not forget he was a champion at 135 as well. Top 10. He has to be. Top 5. I don't know. But there needs to be a discussion. Arnab Naf says, what's up, Ade? An MMA question for you. Did you watch the Korean Zombie's retirement? It was probably the best retirement in MMA in terms of moment and atmosphere. I didn't, but I heard this. So Korean Zombie fought Max Holloway. Max Holloway, for me, one of the best featherweights of all time. And I heard that the way in which the UFC just done the retirement and those on commentary done it was perfect. I haven't seen it, so I do want to see it. So no one spoil it for me, please. We'll see how that one works out. What's this? Michelle Joy Phelps getting that TNT working. I don't know what that means. TNT. Have I missed the joke there? Don't know. What's this? Laura Woods doesn't seem to have great chemistry with the other pundits. I've not watched. If that is the case, maybe it's because it's just her first time doing it with them. I think this is her first boxing event with Frampton and Bunce, so it just takes time to build that chemistry. So yeah, it will come because she's just a fantastic presenter. Fantastic. James Green says, I've got Usyk by decision. Can you see him putting his foot on the gas and going for the finish late? Yeah, he will, because he wants to get the job done in front of his home people. Mark H says, even Ade, what do you make of the obvious bias that TalkSport are showing Dubois over their coverage of the fight tonight? It's going to happen. It's going to happen. But that said, there's so many good people on that TalkSport broadcast. I'm shocked that you've said that, because Adam Cattrall isn't very biased. I don't think of him as a biased person. Who else? Andy Clark. Is Andy Clark commentating? I think he is. He's not biased. Spencer Oliver knows Dubois. He's known him for a long time, so I can understand why he's maybe a bit biased, but it's difficult. If you're a British commentary or British broadcaster, you're going to support the Brit going over to Poland. I get it. Like, do you think that the Ukrainian broadcasters watching this fight and working on this fight right now are trying to give Dubois any plaudits? How do you think the Ukrainian broadcast team, what do you think they're doing right now? Obviously, they're bloody, everything is Usyk. It's just the way it works. Come on, man. Don't be upset by that. Tyler Wills says, ESPN Plus only showing the main event. It's a bit disappointing, isn't it? Bit disappointing. Here we go. They're showing Zhang versus Joyce 2, Saturday, 23rd of September. Oh, something's happening that day for me. I need to make sure that I'm there for that one. Really looking forward to it. If not, we'll do a live watch along. 2-6. Tyler Will says I got Usyk TKO round 8. Okay, Dubois already got his gown on, which is interesting. Has he been gloved up yet? Interesting that he's got his gown on already. It hasn't been gloved up, but I wonder if he's just trying his gown on. That's a bit strange. Frank Warren's in there with him, trying to G him up. How interesting that he's got his gown on. So it hasn't been gloved up. It's got his gown on. I'm guessing he maybe just took some photos for media or something. Don't know. Reese Cooper says Shiraz versus Bentley next seems to be the obvious one to make. I like it. I think it's a good one. It's a good one. Baz H says Dubois has 4 rounds to KO Usyk. Any further than 4, and Dubois doesn't get past 8. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, you look at the fights that he's had at heavyweight. Usyk, even the look, Chisora is tough as old boots, but I don't know. He can definitely outpoint Dubois. I don't know about stopping him. He might be able to. Probably will. It might just be exhaustion, a bit of exhaustion, and just pinpoint accuracy. We'll see. It looks like Michelle Joy Phelps ate the other girl. That's the one. That's one way to get a new. Come on, man. You're better than that. You're better than that. Otto Mans, Usyk is very good at conserving energy in certain rounds. Has great mentality. Yeah, I saw that. I mean, those rounds where they said AJ had success, it almost felt like it, for me, watching it back, it's almost like Usyk just decided to take those rounds off and just get a breather. They just showed a bit, yeah, of Usyk rapping and Dubois looking at him like he's mad. Dubois is a character, you know, a character. Where are we? Uncle Albert 14 says, I'm in Corfu watching this to find out what happens. Thanks, Ade. I got you, my man. I got you. 2-6. Paul Wilson White says, come on, DDD. I'm fully behind you. Now take it to him and get those belts. There you go. He's got some people that want him to win. Got some people. Christopher Stuckey says, I've just read AJ's fighting Wilder in Africa, possible Nigeria. Seem to recall certain DAZN presenter touted that idea a little while back. I mean, I don't know who that presenter was. Look, I just want to see it happen. I don't really mind where it goes in Nigeria. I mean, where it goes in Africa, but I just want to see a big fight in Africa. I think it's important. 2-6. Does Dubois need to do a Chisora to stand a chance? As in be aggressive, take punches. I don't think Dubois has the willpower that Chisora has in order to kind of, okay, I'm going to take one to land one thing. And I don't think Dubois can take the kind of punishment that Chisora can take either. So I think Dubois has just got to box smart here. And when you see those openings, take them. Take them. There were times watching AJ, and it was so frustrating watching AJ versus Usyk, where you felt like Usyk's there, go for it. Come on. I think Dubois will go for it then. Obviously, that makes it more risky that he's going to get hurt, but go for it. Don't be afraid, because you will get a time. There's going to be a time when Usyk stands still. Like, he moves a lot, Usyk, but there will be a time when Usyk just plants his feet and stands still, because you know what? He's 36 and he's going to get tired as well. That's when you've got to go. And I remember watching AJ fight him, and I was like, he's getting tired. Come on. And maybe AJ was getting tired as well. So Dubois got an opportunity here, just very small. Very small. Joe Dickinson, even that, congrats on 50K. Thank you, my man. Appreciate it. You know, I'm always jealous. And my mum always used to tell me, you can't do everything. But I'm watching Laura here, and I wish I was there. I wish I was in some capacity working. Like, I just find it frustrating that as a broadcaster, you can't just work for all the fucking broadcasters. Like, if you work for one, that's it. You can't do Sky, you can't do TNT, you can't do ESPN, you can't do Showtime. It's a bit annoying. It's a bit annoying, man. What's this one? Bed 22 Cheshire, is that correct? It says, hi, Ade. I honestly think Usyk is the most technical heavyweight since Ali. Coming from a massive Lennox fan, that's a big statement. It's a very big statement, but I kind of get what you mean. Like, technically, so we're not talking about he's the best. We're saying technically in terms of what he does. I mean, by the way, there's been some very, very good heavyweights since Ali, but it's a big statement. But not one to argue with you at 8:30 on a Saturday about that. LV, Ade, do you think AJ versus Wilder in Africa, if it was to happen, could really light a fire and bring eyes to the continent, and hopefully people with power in the background get behind boxing more? That's the hope, right? That's the hope, that once you bring a big event to a country, even if it doesn't light a fire to the powers, what it does, it lights a fire to that 10-year-old kid, that just, gets to a certain age and says, I was inspired because of AJ and Wilder, and I went to the gym and I did. That's kind of the hope. That's what it does, doesn't it? So we'll see. Fingers crossed. A few people have asked this one. Ade, what time is the ring walk UK time? I think 10 o'clock. I hope that there's only one more left. I think that's Baranchik versus Yigit. I think that might be it. And then after that, it's the main event. I hope I'm right. 2 seconds. Tom Shepard says, I think Daniel has a great chance to surprise Usyk in the first few rounds. Chisora did that, but didn't have the punch power to do any damage. I'm hoping Daniel has the power and KOs Usyk. Come on, DD. He's got to see, I like this. Some are supporting the Daniel Dubois title charge here. It's not that I'm not supporting him. Again, it's just that I want Usyk to win because I want to see Usyk Fury. I just want to see number 1 versus number 2, and Usyk Fury are that for me. That's all it is. But yeah, we'll see. BG London says, I want Dubois to win, but my head says Usyk. Mate, everything says Usyk to me. My head, my heart, my toes, my nose, my bum, everything. 2 secs. Indigo Lizard King says, why has no one asked what happened to AJ on the first Ruiz fight? I called it on the ring walk. He wasn't right because we've moved on. We moved on, and AJ's moved on, and Ruiz has moved on, and the world has moved on. Ricky Murray, I like Dubois. I've been following since he was young in Islington. However, following the Joyce fight, he's proven British level, not world. Yeah, he's above British level. I think he's above British level. I'd say he's a good European level heavyweight. I don't think there are 20 heavyweights in the world that beat Daniel Dubois. So I think if you're a top 20 in the world, you're probably very, fringe world level, European level. He's definitely above British level. I mean, British level is David Adelaide, Fabio Wardley, Fraser Clark. I think he beats all of those guys. Legal Unicorn says, biggest shout out to Frank Warren for moving Dubois into this position. Well played by the old Fox, because this is a worse mismatch than Fury Chisora 3. Mate, Frank Warren gets them, it gets them the payday. Like, when it's all said and done, Dubois can't say to Frank, you didn't get me the payday, you didn't get me the world title opportunity, I got them both. By the way, so it is Baranchik versus Yigit, but I think this is going to be a war, this fight. And this, I believe, is co-main. So I think, what's the time? It's 8:45. I think we might be a 9:45, 10 o'clock ring walk. I think. Fingers crossed, eh? Fingers crossed. Manmeet Singh says, will there be another Misfits event before the Prime card? Yes, I think there will be, end of September. Sonny is losing to Rodriguez in December for sure. I don't know about for sure. I think that Bam is a favorite, but Sonny, very, very good, very awkward. And Bam didn't look great in his last couple of fights. Bam looked very good, sort of beating the elder statesman, didn't he? He did. His last couple of fights, he got his jaw broken in the last fight. Not that great. So we'll see. Zach says, even at 8, I'm on holiday at the moment, so might not stick around for the whole live because of the time difference. Just wanted to drop in, to leave this comment and a like. That there is support. That there is support. You're on fucking holiday. And you said, you know what? I'm going to go and I'm going to still come on the live and show Addy some love. Thank you very much. Joe Dickinson's, do you think Usyk fighting this at his natural walking around weight at heavyweight instead of bulking up will allow him to continue longer than, say, a Fury or an AJ? This probably is his walking around weight, In fact, I think he bulks up. I'd actually say Usyk bulks up, because I've seen a few photos and videos, and I think you guys as well, of Usyk about 5-6 months ago. Didn't look big at all. And all of a sudden, he looked jacked. So I think he actually does bulk up. I think he looks a bit more muscular. So I don't think this is his natural walking around weight. I really don't. I don't think he walks around 220. I'll say he walks around 210 and actually puts on about 10 pounds of muscle for these fights. What's this? Jake Parsons looking forward to the fight. Are you and Wade Plem doing KSI Tommy? I don't think so. I don't think so. A couple of super chats have come in. Let's quickly get to those, and then we will get back. Loads of. I can't believe how many questions have come in. So many, and I do try and answer as many as possible. But as you guys, I can tell you now, guys, there's way more than 1,000 questions. It's impossible, isn't it? 1,000. All right, super chat here from JD_05. Fulton Chamberlain versus The Wild, October 21st, and Vidal Riley versus Nathan Corliss. I don't know too much about Nathan Corliss, but I like Vidal Riley a lot. Obviously, look, very good amateur. Kind of paused his career a little bit because he got involved in the influencer scene training KSI, but obviously now it looks like he's fully focused on boxing, and he's clearly a problem at cruiserweight at the British level. We wait to see what happens when he steps up. As for Chamberlain versus The Wild, war. WAR, war. That's a war, that fight. The Wild, obviously British champion, I believe, at the moment. Chamberlain, we saw him go toe-to-toe with Chris Billam-Smith. Didn't win that fight, but he's clearly got the kahunas to have a fight. So that's a great fight. Looking forward to that one. That's on the undercard of Eubank Smith, I believe, right? That card looks pretty good, by the way. A couple more super chats have come in, guys. We're going to read those out. This is interesting. I like this question. Ade, do you have a Discord server, or would you consider making one? I guess it's a great place for community members coming together. I don't, but you know what? I'm going to think of that, because it would be nice for a place where we can all just get together and just chat whenever. So I'm going to think about that. Again, appreciate the question, appreciate the super chat as well. But thank you. I never thought of that. I like that as an idea. All right, last super chat. J7 says, "Sup, Ade, big fan of your channel. What would you expect from Jared Anderson tonight?" Not sure. He's taking on Rudenko, and Jared Anderson just seems like a few interviews. He just seems a bit. It's weird because obviously look, he's staying busy. Like, this guy fought Charles Martin only a couple of months back, but he seems a bit disinterested. It's like, yeah, I'm going to retire. I'm not going to stay in the sport for that long. The sport's a business for me. I don't really want to hear those things from Jared Anderson. I want to hear, like, I want to take on the world. I'm going to be world champion. I want to defend it. I want to be the best ever. I want to hear that. We don't hear that. So I'm not quite sure with Jared Anderson. He'll beat Rudenko tonight, but I'm just talking about like long term. All right. I think this is the co-main event. I might be wrong, but I think this is the co-main event. All right. Let's get back to your questions. All right. 2 secs. Wait, oh my God, I'm so far behind. There's so many questions. I don't know. Wait, can anyone tell me, has Prince Nassim Hamed's son fought yet from Haris Hussam? I'm not sure. I think this is the co-main. So unless he is a floater, which basically means he will go in between this and the main, I'm not quite sure. Not sure. 2 secs, guys. 2 secs. We needed there. I'm nearly in order. So many questions. All right, we read that one out. Read that one out. There we go. Let's start from here. Sunny B says, Dubois shocks the world with a knockout in round 8. If Dubois does that, anyway, you guys will see my initial reaction. I will be stunned. I will be stunned. Like, that for me. If Dubois were to do that to Usyk in Poland, that's bigger than Ruiz stopping AJ. Bigger, much bigger for me. Much bigger. Much bigger. Come on. Where are we? I think I've read that one already. I get this question a lot from the same guy, Harambe. Harambe, I'm not going to change my mind no matter how many times you put it in the questions. Do you think Beterbiev would have any success at heavyweight? Absolutely none. Zero success. He's too small. I think people kind of say this because people look at the fight between Beterbiev and Usyk as an amateur. Even Usyk was big back then for Beterbiev. Don't get me wrong, Beterbiev obviously done well in that fight, but that was a long time ago, dude. A long time ago. You don't have to ask the question again. You don't. Honestly, you don't. 2 secs. Where are we? 2 seconds, peeps. Malcolm Marcel says you always hear when someone gets dropped in sparring, but you never hear what happened when they get up. Well, most times they don't get up. When someone gets dropped in sparring, that's it. The sparring is over. It's not like boxing where you get a 10 count. Like, if someone gets hurt in sparring, the sparring's done. That's it. It's done. Stop. Because we're not here for a fight. We're here to learn. So you won't hear when they get up because they don't get a chance to get up. That's why. That is why. All right. Okay, I think I know where I am now. Martin Kelly says, any links to watch the fight, guys? Unfortunately, not Martin. I'm about to buy it myself, mate. What I think it cost me a score. So no links. Stay with me, Martin. I'll entertain you. Ollie Palmer says Dubois has a 2.5% chance. Interesting. They say 2.5. Was that a slip? Okay, it was a slip. Baranchik down, but it was a slip. Okay. Ollie Palmer says Dubois has a 2.5% chance. There are levels to this game. Remember Zerdo with that padded resume got broke up by Bivol. 2.5. Where did you get 2.5 from? Yeah, I said he has a 10% chance. 10's better than 2.5. Axel UK at a number 1. Top 5. I genuinely think I'm top 5 boxing YouTube channels. Not number 1, certainly not. Top 10. Top 10. Let me not be greedy. Top 10. What's this one? Bane Cladenstein says, I think, was it Cladenstein? Cladenstein. Honestly think Dubois' chin has been compromised. Joyce broke Dubois' durability. No, I disagree. I think it was just, it was gonna fucking break his eye. I think his chin's fine. Honestly, I don't think he's mentally broken at all, Dubois. I think Dubois is gonna show that tonight. I think we'll show that. Loans, everybody. Ade Baba, keep up the great work, bro. Daniel Dubois wins by knockout. Jesus Christ. We'll say Dries88 says, what's up, Ade? The fact that we're talking about an easy win for Usyk, while Dubois is actually a very good heavyweight, just shows how enormously talented Usyk is. Dubois is not a very good heavyweight. I can't put Dubois in that he's a very good heavyweight. Dubois is a good heavyweight, but very, very, no, give him good, not very. I can't give him very. D-Man says, I like Dubois. He comes across well, but Usyk. Okay, Jake Paul's actually ringside for this one. They're saying Jake Paul and his manager there. I like Dubois. He comes across well, but Usyk is different class. Even with a loss, Daniel can hold his head high, chalk it up to experience, and fight for the title again in the future. Yeah, potentially. Yeah, it depends. If he takes a bit of a beating here, that affects you mentally. If he takes a bit of a beating, but I think he'll be okay. David, sweet boy all year round. David is the man, or Dubois, sorry, is the man to have this great opportunity. Ade, how does Dubois beat Usyk tonight? He doesn't. He lands. I mean, okay, let's play devil's advocate. For Dubois to win, he's going to have to land. And I think I don't think it's going to be a one-punch knockout. I've never seen Usyk down. But I think Usyk's the type of person, even if he were to go down, I think he'll get back up. So I think Dubois is going to have to be right on him, on his chest, smother him, go to the body. AJ hurt Usyk to the body, definitely in their second fight. Maybe he's suspect to the body a little bit. Go to the body and just punches and bunches. It isn't going to be single shots. Cut off the rope. So he cut off the ring and fuck him up. But ain't going to happen. Ain't going to happen. Alan Skill, blessings on you, adding everyone in the chat. Head says Usyk, but would love to see DDD clinch the upset. George Skates, Ade, if Dubois wins, do you think we'll see an undisputed fight between him and Fury next after Fury's exhibition? It's a good question, you know. It's easy to make, right? I mean, very, very easy. I don't know what the appetite for it would be. I don't know if the Saudis would want it. And I say that because of the money. I don't even, I guess it sells. I don't know. Like, is there an appetite? Do we want to see Dubois versus, look, if Dubois poleaxes Usyk, then obviously there'll be a lot of interest in it, but I'm not quite sure. I think Fury would fight Dubois 100%. I mean, Fury would love to become undisputed by beating Dubois. So we'll see. Ade, how do you view other YouTubers? Are they competition? Do you try to outdo them? No, I think I'm the kindest YouTuber in the boxing world. I shout out other boxing YouTube channels. There are times when I ask people to send in their channels and I mention them. I get YouTubers on this platform. Like I've had Punch Perfect, I've had G-Man, I've had Undisputed. I phone and give help. So no, I don't view other YouTubers as competition at all. I think we're all in this together, and I just try to help as much as possible. Honestly, I don't view anyone as competition, not because I'm the best, just because I mean there's enough for everyone to enjoy and eat, right? Free Pump says, Addy, who do you think will be the king at 140? Love that division. Who do I think will be the king, or who is the king? Is the king right now? It's very, very close between Regis Prograis and Teofimo Lopez. Very, very close. I'd have to give it to Teo just because he beat Josh Taylor. And Josh Taylor, I know he had that suspect win against Catchell, but he was the man. Josh Taylor was number one and Teo beat him. Teo is very, very good. Hamza says, didn't realize you hit 50K. Congrats, bro. I want to start a boxing channel and you've given me confidence. Go for it, my man. Go for it. Just start, and you never know what can happen. But start it because you like boxing, not because you think it will going to bring you money or anything like that. Because I'm telling you now, it won't. It won't. Just do it because you like the sport. All right, guys. So we're in round number 2 of this one. Let's hope this one just ends early so we can get the main one going. Marlon H says Tim Tszyu could be a good fight for Crawford to have a feel for 154. I don't think Crawford wants a feel for 154. Crawford's going to just go and have a fight with anyone at 154. He wants to fight the best. And I think the best is Charlo. We'll wait until what happens with Charlo and Canelo. Oh, no, I saw something before that. I don't know what this is, but it says AJ will never fight Wilder. You, sir, are wrong. You, sir, are wrong. I obviously can't. Oh, they're gloving them up. They are gloving Usyk up. He's getting taped up. We're not far away. Woo. AJ will fight Wilder. AJ will fight Wilder. Mark my words. Anthony Joshua will fight Deontay Wilder in the next 6 months, maybe even less. You heard it here first. It's going to happen. DD Sports says, big fan of yours, Ade. Keep up the good work. How do you see the Shiraz Bentley fight going? Tough fight that is to call. Tough fight to call, man. Shiraz looks very big and strong at 160. But Bentley, I mean, Bentley's proven it against the best 160 guy out there in Alam Kanani that he can hang with the best and compete at that level. So 50-50, I'm sitting on the fence on that one. I like Bentley a lot. I like Shiraz a lot. Close. Oh, this one. Hey, Ade, congrats with 50K. I remember the times when you had 2 to 3K. I remember those times as well. I remember those times. You know what I did? When I had 2,000 to 3,000 subs, I made videos every single day. Every single day. You know what I do now? I make videos every single day. We haven't changed. We haven't changed. Keep it going. Legal Unicorn says, if they bring it to Africa, Cape Town, we've had Formula E, Federer and Nadal, the rugby, cricket, football World Cups. We could do AJ. We can't give it to you. You're not having it in South Africa. You know why? Because you've had all these events. That's why. Nigeria's had nothing. So you're not having it. You can't have fucking AJ Wilder and I've had Formula E and Federer and Nadal and the rugby and the cricket and the football. No, it has to go somewhere else. Mark Rogerson says, whatever happens if Dubois does everything he says he's going to, we'll have some idea how Joshua would have done if he'd done the same. The different fighters, like Dubois and AJ, are completely different fighters. I mean, is it just because they're both big and black? Like they're not the same type of fighter at all. But I don't know. Guys, get your predictions in. Remember, so what we will do is, if you're new to this, I am going to commentate on the fight. I'll try my best to anyway. But I will want to read out your predictions first before we start. Where are we? Hippie Hill. It's a nice name. Triple D to take a knee, round 8. Yeah, maybe. Ade, huge congratulations for making the weight cut. You made hard work look easy. Dude. Again, everyone, there's 1,500 of you watching this right now. I did the weight cut, road to 175 pounds. The video comes out tomorrow. It was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. If you think that I made it look easy, then I've tricked you. It was so difficult. Wait till you see the video tomorrow of how I made that weight. The hardest thing ever. My appreciation for boxers is through the roof that do that, because I thought I was going to die. They were scraping sweat off me with a credit card to make weight. Trust me, it wasn't easy. I think I'm still suffering from it a bit now. I've hydrated, but I still think I'm struggling a bit now. Reese Cooper says, are you back on the drink now, Ade? No, not yet. That was just water. So no. Articulate Design says, huge congratulations on the weight cut and the 50,000 subscribers, bro. Such a staggering amount of people. Says the man that I'm pretty sure has over 100,000 subscribers on his channel. Go and check it out. Does some crazy stuff on his channel. Willie, is that Grober? That's my screen. Yeah, it is Mr. Grobler. Hi, Ade, watching from Namibia, Africa. Love Namibia. I've been to Namibia 3 times. Swakopmund. Lovely place. Very peaceful and relaxed. I might go again, actually, this year. I do like Namibia. I've done a couple of boxing events in Namibia. Ade, have you been fishing with Barry Hearn yet? No, I haven't. I don't know how to fish. When is the co-fight happening? This is the co-fight. If they wanted to buy the Chaos in Lagos from you, how much would you charge? Not much, 100 grand. I think 100's cheap for the kind of money that fight is going to be. I think 100's cheap. Ricky says, loving the pods and lives, bro. Thank you very much. What's this one? Joe Matthews says, if Dubois wins tonight, it would be up there with Fury versus Klitschko, Holyfield versus Tyson, and Douglas versus Tyson. All 3 were written off and given little or no chance, but they prove it can be done. Bigger than Fury Klitschko, way bigger than Fury Klitschko. Holyfield versus Tyson. At the time, you know, Holyfield was like a 40-1. I remember it like it was yesterday, but bigger than that as well. Bigger than that. Not as big as Douglas versus Tyson, though. I don't think anything's bigger than that. Nothing will be bigger than that. 2 secs. Ade has that many followers now. You could do a meet and greet at Anfield. Well done, mate. From here in Liverpool. Thank you very much, my man. Obviously, you know I'm a big Liverpool fan. Just making sure that we are live. We are live. I see a few of you saying that my stream might be behind. It isn't behind. Don't stop it. Stop it. My stream isn't behind. Where are we? What's this one? Yinka says they said that AJ is finished, but his opponents cannot do without drugs before fighting. It's a good shot, isn't it? His last 2 opponents are like, AJ ain't that great anymore, but give me a little, what have you got there? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I think there's so much problem. Oh, this is... If this right there, Ade Oladipo, the Max Kellerman of the UK. I wish. Max is so good. Max is incredible. It's a shame we don't see Max do much boxing anymore, because growing up watching Max Kellerman, how good was he? How good was he? Dries 88. Yo, Ade, what do you think of Hrgovic versus Joyce as a fight? Who wins, Joyce? Well, then no, Joyce. Yeah, I think Joyce wins. I'm not that big on Hrgovic. Like, he struggled with Dempsey McKean. I know he's out of the ring for a year, but I think he struggled with that. So, yeah. What's this one? Harper on the gear as well. What Harper? Terry Harper. Doubt that. But look, but I doubt that unless there's some sort of rumor going around that I don't know about. I doubt that very much. Malcolm Marcel says Daniel is being rushed. Hoping Daniel wins. Hoping Tyson avoids Usyk. Hoping Daniel wins. Hoping Tyson avoids Usyk. Well, look. The thing is, yeah, if Daniel were to, obviously, look, there's a rematch clause in there. There must be, but it'll make the heavyweight division very interesting, but it just spoils what could be a fantastic fight. By the way, Baranchik looks like he's on the front foot here against Yigit. Really landing some good blows. Yigit coming back with some good shots of his own as well. Looks like a decent little fight, that one. Jack Walsh, hi Ade, love your work. Any advice for me to get into the boxing business in any way? I do a lot of photography, so maybe that could be my in. Yeah, that could be the in. I think one thing, especially if you're a photographer, they always let photographers in to small hall shows. Like, so It depends. If you want to go straight to the big shows, it's quite difficult. But the small hall shows, they want people to come in and obviously promote their events. So if you're a photographer and you're going to take great photos of their fighters, that they're more than happy for you to come in and do so. So I would say get in touch with a lot of the small hall shows promoters. Steve Goodwin's obviously probably the biggest small hall show promoter. So get in touch with him. You can find these details on his website. Ian Cran 76 says, hey Ade, thanks for the live. Looking forward to it. I am looking forward to it as well. Why are they okay? Do they just had Usyk, a camera in Usyk's change room? Usyk's getting gloved up, and they just tried to cover the camera. Why do that? Very stupid. Conqueror Jordan says, Ade, did you catch the new overtime boxing debut card? No draws. They went to one encore round. Also thoughts on Kurt Scoop. Haven't watched it. So I don't know too much about it. I know it's DAZN have obviously started to push it, and it's been on DAZN. I think they've had like 3 cards, but I've not watched any of them. Nas A, issue with Dubois is although he is powerful, he don't have those internal traits needed at the top level. Quitting is already in his subconscious. I don't know about that, man. Fucking, I mean, what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do? Fuck's sake. Jesus Christ, like someone's hurting you. Your eye's fucking fractured. What are you supposed to do? You got to stop. You got to save yourself for another day. And look at, he saved himself for another day. And here he is now fighting Oleksandr Usyk for the unified heavyweight titles. Got to save yourself for another day. Like he literally could have had detached retina because he was, you know, I'm going to be hard and continue fighting. No, you got to be careful, man. Metal Box J, nobody preach about streaming for free. There's a cost of living crisis in play. We are skint. Yeah. There is I think, you know, when you know there's a cost of living crisis is when you go, like I went to Tesco this morning and I swear to God, I spent like 45 quid and I came back with half a bag. I'm like, where the fuck is the food? Like that has cost me 45 quid. I got some batteries, Duracell batteries for £8. £8 for Duracell. I'm not joking. It was 8 of them. So like £1 a fucking battery. Disgrace. Disgrace. Horrible. Where are we? Anyone know the status of Usyk's football career? Is he doing this in his off time? Kind of dangerous sport to have on the side with that many knee injuries. Very, very dangerous. And that's why I think Usyk slims down for it. Like every time I see Usyk do the football, I don't know if you guys have noticed, he's certainly not what he is now, 220 pounds. Usyk's probably around the 200-pound mark when he's playing football, which is still very heavy. But it's something he likes doing. Obviously, it makes him, helps with his stamina, keeps him fit, clearly enjoys it. And I think you just need to do, like, it must be very boring boxing and having to stay fit doing the same bullshit all the time. I guess doing football, another form of exercise and something that you can enjoy, must be a bit better. Tech Manum, you drive a nice car, by the way. What car do I drive? How do you know what car I drive? How do you know? A few of you again asking this one. What time is the ring walk? It's 9:10 now. I believe the ring walk is 10 o'clock. So for those of you that are watching this stream right now, all nearly 1,700 of you, I believe the ring walk time is 10 o'clock. So not too long to go. I add if Usyk wins tonight and beats up Fury afterwards, how does he rank on an all-time great list? Very high. Very high. Like you're double undisputed in 2 good divisions. Cruiserweight at the time was a good division. Not a good division anymore, but at the time when he was in that division, the likes of Bradis, the likes of Gassiev, Marco Hunter was in the division, was decent. And then the heavyweight division, I mean, to knock out or beat 2 giants in AJ and Fury, solid. Dr. Wolf tickets, I think Usyk will break Dubois' heart within 4 rounds. This is interesting. The ring looks huge. I thought that as well. I need to have a look at it. Again, I want to quickly look at it. I think it's a 22 feet, maybe. Don't know. I need to have a look at it, but it does look quite big. Chrissy Brown, Ade, smashing it, dude. Please can you do a countdown on the middle of a round so we can get our streams in time with you? Nice one. Yeah, I will do 100%. I need to know how to actually put a countdown timer in this. I don't know how to do it. Like I've seen some people have these streams and they've got countdown timers and all that kind of stuff. I'm just not techie like that. Ethan Changa says, "Hi, Addy. I just had an amateur. I'm guessing you mean to say amateur fight. If I send it to you, will you watch and give me feedback?" Dude, I'm not a boxing expert, but I'm happy to give some form of feedback. But the fact is, you're doing amateur boxing. You must know already. But more than happy for me to watch it, give you a phone call, have a little chit chat, whatever you want, my man. Stuart Smith says, "Does Taylor have any chance against Cameron? And do you think it's unfair Cameron isn't getting the chance to fight for Taylor's belts?" Maybe a bit unfair that it's not at 135, but she's okay. Cameron, she wants to get paid. She's getting paid. I mean, for her to go back to Ireland and fight Katie Taylor, her weight class, she's going to get paid well. And if she beats Taylor again, and I think she will, I think Taylor will then retire and then she can get a chance at those belts. Nathan France says, "Even that ain't well done for the weight cut. Good to see it documented." Again, guys, that weight cut video is going to be out on my channel tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Watch it. I'm going to put a trailer out tomorrow morning. So hard, man. JD, the truth Dobbs says, "Hi there, Addy. Big up yourself, bro, and your subs. What would you advise Dubois prior to first round to give him the best chance? Shout me out, mate." JD, the truth Dobbs. There you go. There's your shout, brother. I would advise him just to fucking go for it. I was going to say enjoy it, but I don't know if you can enjoy this. Go for it. Honestly, just go for it. Do not try and outbox him. Like, if he does that from the first round, I'm going to be screaming at my phone. Don't try and outbox him. Just try and fight him. Like, don't have a boxing match with him. Have a fight with him, and then he might have an opportunity. Larry Jerry says, "Daniel beating Usyk would be bigger than Buster versus Tyson." The thing is about the Buster versus Tyson thing, it isn't. I think a lot of people don't realize how good Buster Douglas actually was. He went off the rails after beating Tyson because he's ballooned up and just wasn't too serious. But Buster was always a good boxer. It's just because Mike Tyson just had this, this thing about him, right? Iron Mike Tyson. I don't think anything, like I said, I don't think anything will be bigger than that as an upset, just because of how revered and feared Mike Tyson was. But this will be big. This will be big. Jack Scam says, "Addy, how many pay-per-views would AJ versus Wilder and Fury versus Usyk on the same night do?" Over 1 million. I don't want to be silly and say 2 or 3. I don't think it does that. Over 1 million. But that's about, I don't think it goes bigger than that. DD_sports says, "Love the content, Addy. Keep up the good work. What's your thoughts on Jared Anderson, future world heavyweight champion?" I don't think he has the right mindset to be a future heavyweight world champion. I've seen a few holes, I think, in his mindset. It might change, but that's what I think. By the way, the show in the arena, certainly not full. Certainly not full. Don't know. I know the ticket prices were relatively cheap for that region, but it doesn't look full there at all. And I do think this is the co-main event. I mean, they still have time. I don't know. But it didn't look full. That surprises me. Dylan Goodrich says, "Do you think if Usyk gets a KO tonight, it affects the likelihood of undisputed, either positively or negatively?" Positively. It means he holds on to his belts, right? That's all he can do at this stage. Hold on to your belts, and let's see what happens with Tyson Fury versus Ngannou. Obviously, Fury's WBC belt isn't up for grabs, but imagine Fury gets knocked out or hurt, injured, anything. So you just got our fingers crossed that nothing happens to Fury in that fight. Jared says, "Usyk is outstanding. He has a generational talent." I agree with that. DD is just too young, and the pressure of the crowd in the event has gotten to him. You can see it. Disagree. Yes, young, but I don't think I don't think the pressure gets to this kid. I just don't think he has that kind of energy. He doesn't give off that kind of vibe. Not for me. I think what you're seeing him there is just how he is. I've been around him. I've been lucky enough to been around him. I first met Daniel Dubois when I think he was 17, and that's just how he is. The way he is how he's always been. So nothing's changed. Matthew Turner, what's your thoughts about Josh Taylor and his next fight potentially being at welterweight? It has to happen, doesn't it? I mean, I thought there could be an argument for him to get a Teofimo Lopez rematch. I thought, that could happen, but yeah, the problem is I think he's moving to that division a bit late. I think he should have done it straight after the Jack Catchell fight. Straight after that fight, should have moved up, and then he potentially could have already fought Spence or Crawford. Now, was he going to fight Ennis? Ennis will beat him. And there's not that many other stars in that division because he's not going to get the Spence fight. He ain't going to get a Crawford fight. I wish we would just stop with the influence of boxing shite. It's annoying. They make a mockery of the sport. They do not make a mockery of the sport. They go in there and try and have a fight. The people that are making mockeries of this sport are drug cheats. Drug cheats, corrupt organizations, sanctioning bodies that clearly do what they want. They're the ones that are making the mockery of a sport. How is an influencer who's getting in there and having a fight making a mockery of the sport? Explain that to me. Is it because they do silly things in the press conference? If that's the reason, then yes, okay, I get that. But they're not making a mockery by getting in. Not at all. It's not their fault that they are huge in terms of their followings, that people, broadcasters want to get behind it. Not for me. Again, another question about it. Are you embarrassed about being involved in that misfit shite? Be honest. No, I mean, I don't like the press conferences. I'm not a fan of that. I've always said that. I don't like that. But the actual fights itself, I've seen worse. The funny thing is, sometimes on the opening of cards, you guys maybe don't watch it because not many people watch the cards from top to bottom. I've seen fucking some awful fights between up and coming prospects. I'm like, oh God, this is boring. I've seen it. So I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly, and it has a bit of everything. 2 secs. Joey Greeny says, evening, bro. You predict an Usyk win. How hurt do you see him on the way to victory? A little bit hurt. I think he will be hurt in this fight, but I think he does a very good way of not showing that he has been hurt or been tagged. But he's going to be hurt. He's in there against a big, strong guy. But I think he will make this look very easy. I think so. Shem Esdale says, on a scale of 1 to 10, how dangerous is it making weight for boxers? 1 being easy, 10 being very difficult, 7, maybe even 8. That's how hard it was for me anyway. 2 secs. What's this one? The way DDD looked in his last fight made me believe Frank Warren is sending him in there now instead of taking fights and chancing he gets ironed out. Wasn't his last fight against Trevor Bryan? Was it Trevor Bryan or was it the guy from South Africa? I can't remember which one it was. What kind of routine do you use in the gym for upper body strength? Light weights. Now I don't even really go that heavy anymore, but light weights, but very fast. So if I'm doing bench press, I'm pushing it off my chest very, very quickly. I want to be explosive. So I do a lot of that, a lot of band work as well. More that kind of stuff. For fuck's sake, it's John says, thought you were going to swim the Thames next. He's talking about my next challenge. Guys, I actually can't swim. And my next challenge isn't to swim the Thames. It's to swim the Channel. That's what I want to do. I ain't even fucking playing with you. I want to swim the Channel and I can't swim. Yeah, that's true. Hey, Addy, love the pick in the background. The greatest fighter of my generation in my eyes. It's a great pick of Mike, isn't it? It's a great pick. Love it. I do like that one. Base the kids to smash the like button. Those type of things. Like when, I don't even know what that does. Like, there must be a reason people always say it, but I have no idea why that even matters. But yeah, if you can smash the like button, no, you don't even smash it, just touch it softly, please. Jimmy Manuel says, you can't make this shit up about Hellenius. He's watching from the treadmill in Ikeja, Lagos. I'd love to be in Nigeria right now. Enjoy it, my man. Enjoy it. Yeah, you know what, bro? You know what? Outchange. They start prepping the Chaos in Lagos merchandise. I might do that. What's this? Hey, Ade, what's your thoughts? Gareth A. Davis's idea of the blood passports. Next. What is that about? Stephen Noble says, hi, Ade. Here's a happy hammer. Looking forward to Dubois upset. All the West Ham fans coming out of the woodwork now, ain't they? They're loving it, aren't they? Top of the table. I agree with this. I so agree with this. Albert Sansom, what's the point of getting tested if the fight takes place anyway? Like, honestly, it's true. Like, this is now the Baumgardner one and this one. Like, makes no, like, hopefully, if you're Hellenius, you have to somehow get your money. I don't know, like, a ban for Hellenius won't do anything because he was going to retire anyway. He's 40 years of age. So surely would he have been paid already? Do they get paid that quick in boxing? I don't know, but surely you have to maybe look at holding his purse. Maybe. I don't know. Crazy. Dan Edwards, Ade, you are looking epic. Still enjoy watching this amazing journey you're on, brother. Dan Edwards, a photographer I met years ago in Cape Town. Fantastic guy. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Dan, but I believe from the UK, but then moved out to South Africa. Really good guy, nice guy. Jimmy Manuel, you got to have a boxing fight next Ade. We got you now. I'm not even trying to fight. Fuck that. I mean, I wouldn't mind trying to train to fight and then I can make the decision, but nah. I'm 42. Like, nah. Ade, have you been to Ghana? Need to go there one day. Yes, I went to Ghana a few months ago, but I actually went there as well to do a boxing event about 5 years ago. We done a boxing event in the Bukum Boxing Arena, which is quite famous in Ghana. Ade, please can you give a shout out to my son, Midas? Midas? There you go. I'm always scared of those ones because you know when people say give a shout out and then they write a word and it actually means something else. But I think you are not trying to be funny. So I think Midas. There you go. Ade, who do you think Conor Ben should fight as his comeback fight? I've been hearing about this Blair Cobbs. I think he's going to fight Blair Cobbs. That's what everyone's been telling me. We'll see. Mark Campbell says, hi, Ade. I think John Fury should be banned from pressers. His language is all wrong, especially with children watching. KSI Logan Paul, he's a disgrace to a boxing public. I didn't think about that, you know. I actually didn't think about the amount of children sometimes at these events. And you're right. I mean, it wasn't great. Like, I think he has come out and apologized. It's not great, but I don't think anyone's going to try and ban him. And to be honest with you, I don't think he will even listen to the ban, to be honest with you. Where are we? 2 secs. Epic Axu says, how many hours until the fight? Epic, great name. I think we're about 30 minutes away. I think we're about 30 minutes away, guys. Philip answers, Sam Jones doing an interview saying there's no coverage for Usyk Dubois in the UK. Do you think he's right? What do you mean no coverage? Like people are not talking about it? We're talking about it, but I think people, you know, I think realistically, not many of the British public give him a chance. So there's not going to be that much coverage on it. That's why. But I mean, look, TalkSport are out there. I know a few other broadcasters are out there. By the way, Baranchik is starting to get to Yigit now. Baranchik is just a little killer, isn't he? Just a little killer, like just starting to grind him down a bit. Fair Ones and Fairway says, love your passion for the sport. Nothing like the sweet science. Yeah, there's nothing quite does it like a big boxing match. Like, I'm a big sports fan. I love tennis. Athletics is on right now. I love athletics. I'm obviously a big football fan, Liverpool supporter, but there's nothing quite like a big boxing match. And this has got me going, this one. I wasn't that excited about this, but now all of a sudden, 45 minutes away, I'm very excited. Alex Hayden says, do you think there is a huge difference between the top 3 pound for pound? Is Crawford that much better than Inoue and Usyk? No, I don't think there is that much difference. I don't think Crawford's that much better, no, than Usyk. No. I think he's better, but not that much. There is no golf. I think that top 3, and you can maybe chuck Bivol into that 4 as well. Phenomenal. Honestly, all generational talents for me, especially the top 3. Canelo's still about as well. Some fantastic boxers in the top 10. Jasvinder Suri says, not convinced Hellenius doped all his life. He clean. Something wrong with testing or what's in food. I don't know. Sunday Obelade says, Ade, did you foresee AJ fighting Usyk for the 3rd time? Yes. I think when I interviewed AJ and he spoke about how hurt he was, and I asked him, I said, do you want to do it again? And he says, yeah, I can see it kind of happening. I can see it happening. Dave P says, Ade, great to join you again on the live here. Just a thought. Canelo versus Benavidez. Do you think it will happen? Who wins and why? Canelo, yeah, I do think it's going to happen. And I think Benavidez might get Canelo at the right time. I do think, I know Jamal is definitely training now again. And Canelo's always said that he wants to fight Jamel, then Jamal. So if Canelo does fight Benavidez, you're probably looking about a year's time, but I can see the fight happening. And I can see Benavidez just being a bit too fresh at the time. There's a lot of talk going around now, actually, about Benavidez versus Demetrius Andrade. So we'll see how that fight plays out. But I can see it happening, and I can see Benavidez maybe just being a bit too fresh for him. Kamor or Repeton says, hi, Ade. I honestly think everyone is underestimating the fact that Usyk hasn't really fought in a while. Granted, he's by far better than DD, but my prediction is DD what? Stops him in the fourth round. You've had a drink. Never, ever is that happening. No. Jimmy Manuel, you think Crawford beats Mayweather's record? Will he be more of a legend if he does? I don't think he has 10 fights left in him. I just don't think he'd have to be fighting until he's 41. And I just don't think he's going to do that. I think he'll get to like 43, maybe 44-0. But 50-0 ain't happening. Ain't happening. Michael Rajowski, is that correct? Says if somehow Dubois will win, it's going to be really interesting for heavyweight. Yeah, it would literally just everything would go crazy. Like it'd just be open. The floodgates would be open again if Dubois wins. Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting for the heavyweight division, but I don't want it to happen. Like, I like when we're close to undisputed, and we're very, very close to an undisputed fight now. And if Dubois wins, then all those belts are going to get scattered, and it's just you'll be back to having like 4 heavyweight world champions again. Who wants that? Who wants that? Nas A says Tyson Fury is waiting for Usyk to slow down, hence the delay. Well, not really, because as Usyk is slowing down, Fury is slowing down as well. Like, Fury is slowed down. I've watched Fury from the get-go. Fury's not the same speed guy that fought Klitschko. He's not that guy anymore. Fury now has put on so much size. Like, go and watch a picture. There's a picture floating around of Fury in the chair in the hotel before the Usyk fight. I don't want to say he's small, but he's not as big as he is now. He's massive now. He's slowed down, definitely. Where are we? 2 sec. A lot of you again asking what time is the main event ring walk. The time now, what, 9:30? I think 10. What round is this? This is round 10 of this. So this has got max 7 or 8 minutes, 20 minutes build up for the fight. 10 o'clock, I think. Big up Ade. Thank you very much. Devil Solution. AJ fought decent in the second fight. Decent, not good. Yeah, okay. I thought it was good. I remember speaking to Andy Clark about this, actually. Andy Clark, who, again, I think one of the best commentators, he was there, and he said after round 9, he had it 5-4 AJ. And then obviously Usyk went away and won round 10, 11, 12. But it wasn't as far. Like, I think people maybe look back and think that Usyk destroyed him. He didn't. Dubois looks nervous. You're going to be a bit nervous. But that's also his look. But if you're not nervous, and you're about to have a fight, then there's something not correct with you. Even as great as Mike Tyson was, and he used to come to the ring with, Mike Tyson always tells a story about how scared he was sometimes walking to the ring. Like, you're going to be nervous. You're going to have a fight where potentially you're going to get hurt. You're going to get nervous, man. There's no two ways about it. They're showing some old footage of Usyk putting a beating on AJ. Bastards. Brooksby 2020 says Usyk too clever and skillful. He's got a heart of a lion. Look what he achieved in different weights. Dubois been shaky during his career so far. Yeah, that's it, isn't it? Dubois has been shaky. I mean, what's Dubois' biggest win? What is Dubois' biggest win? Don't even M4X or Max says, bro, I'll be so disappointed if Dubois quits again. You find at the top level, it's okay. It's okay to take a knee. It's weird how Dubois took a knee. I remember when Kell Brook kind of took a knee against Spence. No one, it's weird how like Kell Brook took it because his orbital bone was broken again. And it was like, you know, fuck that, I'm taking a knee. And the fight was then waived. Dubois did it and it's quitting, but Kell doesn't get called a quitter. But for some reason, that is tagged with Dubois. Strange. Strange. Morgo says Wilder beats Usyk, AJ beats Fury, and Usyk beats Fury. Hot takes. What do you think? Wilder beats Usyk first. Let's go through them. Potentially, I think Wilder's could beat Usyk. AJ beats Fury, no, and Usyk beats Fury, maybe. So I've got yes, no, and a maybe. I'm gonna put this one up because anyone showing a bit of love to the channel, you know what I mean. Vix K, loving your channel, Addy. Thank you very much, my man. Thank you very much. Freddie Freeman, of course we want him to win. I'm right behind Daniel, but it ain't happening. He's got one thing in his favor: size. End of. He's gonna get scored. Doesn't even have that much size. What was Dubois was 240, Usyk 220, 20 pounds. It's a lot. It's not that much. I mean, you know, like it's not like if Usyk was going to fight Fury, then you're talking nearly 50 pounds. 50 pounds. It's crazy. James Burkett, what's the worst job you've had? Got to be McDonald's to me. No. When I was a kid, I used to like this door-to-door selling windows. I remember I did that job for like 3 days, door-to-door selling windows. I worked in Burger King and I loved it. I worked in Burger King when I was like 17, 18. Absolutely loved it. Unpopular opinion, Chisora's performance against Usyk is overrated. If you fight Usyk like that, you'll just walk into punches and he'll time you coming in. I don't think it was overrated. I don't think anything of it. I think people talk about it too much, but I think Chisora done well in that fight, considering what we know about Usyk now. So Alex Ferguson, Usyk don't get tired. He certainly does. Usyk, so everyone gets tired. What do you think this is? Everyone gets tired. Liam Taylor, congrats on 50k a day. Keep it up, pal. Please, for the watch-alongs, it's costly following boxing across multiple channels and subscriptions. This helps massively. Peace and love. Thank you. That's nice of you. That's nice. And it is costly, isn't it? I mean, boxing is not easy. Like, the amount of subscriptions I have, sometimes I don't want to look at my direct debits of what comes out of just trying to follow the sport. And not just boxing, but all sports. I've got to have Now TV. I've got to have TNT. Obviously, luckily, I don't have to pay for the Zone, but I've got Sky. I've got ESPN Plus. It's a joke, man. Honestly, it's a joke. It's a joke. Boxing and MMA talk. Usyk can take a punch. I remember when Usyk was in the Super Series, he took some shots and came back. Yes, he did. Where are we? 50k. Yes, indeed. What time is the main event, please? Let me know, people. Main event is, I believe, in about half an hour's time, hopefully. This is, I think, the final round. This is the final round of Baranchik versus Yigit. I think this is the co-main. I'm pretty sure this is the co-main. They were gloving up Usyk and Dubois, so the hands are being wrapped. So I think we're close, guys. Do you believe Usyk when he said he fought easy against Derek just to make Joshua take the fight against him? I don't think he actually said that. I think people said he said that. I don't think he said that. I can't wait for Wood versus Warrington. What an atmosphere that will be. I think Wood has got this, but I'm not sleeping on Warrington, as I think you meant to say. Yeah, it's going to be incredible. That atmosphere, yeah. I think it's sold out now as well, the Sheffield Utility Arena. So that's, oh my God, they're swinging. Sorry, Yigit and Baranchik are just in the middle of the ring going for it. God, oh, Jesus Christ, man. No defense, just bang, bang. Crazy fight. Yeah, I think they've sold out the arena now. 13,500. Half of the arena is going to be Leeds. Half the arena is going to be Forest. I hope there's security. I really do. Jay Foreman, Dubois has to go for it. There's no way he can match Usyk in skill or slickness. Obviously, it's risky, but that's his only chance of winning. Yeah, he has no other chance. I feel like sometimes we've just been a bit rude. By the way, Baranchik and Yigit are just they're trying to kill each other. These punches are just ridiculous. Oh, Baranchik just landed a straight left. Sorry, a left hook. This I've never seen a final round like this. This is what they're doing is kind of like what I see fighters do with 10 seconds to go. They're doing it with 3 minutes to go. War. Crazy. If you're not watching, hopefully you're watching me and watching this at the same time. But this is crazy what they're doing here. Baranchik and Yigit are going to war. 50 seconds left. And they're just... Where's the defense here? This is mental. This is mental. This might be the best round I've ever seen live. They're just killing. This is non-stop. Where does the cardio? How do you do this in round 12? Insane, insane. Anyway, look, let's get back to it. What we got here? Alex Hamilton says DDD has got a good chance, 100%. He's got an okay chance. James Burkett, how do you feel about fights happening in Saudi Arabia? I get the money, but there's just no vibe to it. Is there no vibe to it? There was in fact there certainly was vibe when AJ fought Usyk in Saudi Arabia. Was that Saudi? It was Saudi, yeah. There was vibe there. Obviously, look, it isn't the same energy of a fight in Vegas or a fight in the UK, but there's certainly energy there. There certainly is. Greg Ray says right now on Sky Bet, Dubois to beat Usyk is the same odds as Francis to beat Fury. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Grimbo says, I agree. I'm British. I want Usyk to win to see him fight Fury. It's the way, people. Yeah, it's the way. It's the way. What's this? Harris Specs says Dubois needs to be a British nightmare, young, black, and not give a fuck. He needs to fight like a menace to society. Oh, God. I get what you mean. If anyone's seen Menace to Society, that's the phrase basically at the start of the movie. Paul Taylor, big up Ade, keep up the good work. Despite what Mr. Warren is saying, do you honestly believe the Usyk Fury fight will happen early next year? He is talking as if it is signed and sealed if Usyk wins. I think it does happen. You know what it is? I think, you know, a lot of the fights I thought would never happen have happened. Like, I never thought we were going to get Ryan Garcia Tank. I was like, it's not going to happen. Too common. I never thought we were going to get Spence Crawford. Like, it's been the last 18 months. There's been a lot of fights that I never thought we're seeing. So, you know, it's only a couple more, and those couple more, Usyk, Fury, and Wilder, AJ, I think we will get them. But, you know, I'm very half glass full person. Is Ade answering the questions from a different chat? No, he certainly isn't. Certainly isn't. Ade, Arto B showed that Usyk can be hurt to the body, so he should concentrate on the body as he will be headhunting if he tries. That was years ago, dude. And Artur Beterbiev is a much better boxer than Daniel Dubois. Much better. It's one thing. It's one thing like saying someone can be hurt to the body, and then another thing knowing that in order to hurt someone to the body, you have to be there. You're gonna have to be there. So you're not hurting them with right hands where you can afford to be out of range and you can, you know, land your shot. You're gonna have to be there to get to the body. If Dubois is there, he's in Usyk's danger zone as well. And if Dubois is there, he's gonna have to use fast feet to close the distance to get there, and he doesn't have fast feet. So that we'll see. We'll see. Jay Foreman says it's not a worse mismatch than Fury versus Chisora. At least these two guys haven't already fought. Yeah, Chisora Fury was awful, like a ridiculous mismatch. Ridiculous. Usyk is on a highest level, then Dubois and Usyk will be fighting in front of his people. Yep. State the obvious, mate. John Mundy says, do you know how to watch it in the USA? I think ESPN Plus are showing it, right? I think they're only showing the main event. So basically, I think ESPN Plus will kind of start from now. Okay. So they're saying Princess Mohammed's son is co-main. God. So we've got one more fight, I think, then before this one, which is a joke. Barancic has just won that fight, by the way. Beat Yigit. Fantastic fight that was. That last couple of rounds, I can't wait to watch that back tomorrow. That looked like carnage. Yeah, you know what? I agree with this one. Fury had great cardio like Usyk. For someone like Fury to be as big as he is and have that kind of cardio is insane. Honestly, it's insane. That's one thing people don't really talk about with regards to Fury. Like, his cardio is just mental. Reese Cooper says there's 1,300 in the stream. Ade's killing the game. Well, maybe killing it even more now because there's 1,600 in the stream. We're going to get to 2,000 in the stream before the main event because that's just what we do. Jerry Ryan says, Ade, I'm going to have a nice homemade curry to listen to you whilst I eat, or whilst obviously you eat and I do the work. Big up, Ade. Thank you very much, my man. Filthy Casual Boxing says, hi, Ade. Who would Usyk? I love that photo you've got of Marvin Hagler. I absolutely love that photo. That's a fantastic photo, that. I'm going to get that. I'm going to get that, and I'm going to move Mike over a little bit, and I'm going to put that photo that you've got. Watch this. By the next time you guys see me film, that photo, I need to take a picture of that. I'm going to screenshot that. There you go, screenshot it. That photo is going to be right there. I love that. I ain't never seen that photo before. I like it. I like that a lot. What was the question anyway? Hi, Ade. Who would Usyk have to beat in the current heavyweight division besides Fury to be considered the best of his era? Thanks for the great content. Keep up the good work. He's gonna have to go for Fury. He's gonna. There's. I mean, unless he beats Wilder, Frank Sanchez, and the winner of Joyce Zhang, he's gonna have to go for Fury. Derek Chisora in the house. Derek Chisora is everywhere, man. Everywhere. Like, this guy doesn't rest, does he? Doesn't rest. Would you ever consider doing a Misfits fight? Love the content, my Newham brother. Okay, Newham in the house. No, I would not do a Misfits fight. Imagine getting slept. Imagine I get knocked out. You know, I'd have to leave the country out of embarrassment. So no, I wouldn't do it. Ade, Smith versus Eubank 2. Whoever wins, who do they fight next? Fights at 160, right? So you got to go for the champions. They got to go for the champions. Usyk isn't fully gloved up here. Daniel Dubois getting gloved up. I don't know. These are old pictures, but they're saying Usyk not gloved up fully. I think someone just said that Prince Nassim Hamed's son is actually the co-main event, and he's going to go in as I'm guessing as a filler. I saw Prince Nassim Hamed ringside with his wife. So it's a big moment for them, isn't it? Yeah, so to answer your question again, they've got to go for one of the champions. So you got to go through. There's an Italian champion whose name skips me, who got the belt because GGG vacated. But ultimately, if you're Smith or Eubank, especially if you're Eubank more, because you're at the age, call out GGG. I mean, is he retired? Is he not retired? Call him out if you win. If you're Smith, maybe you might have more interest in becoming a champion again. Maybe you call out Amnon Kanali. Sam, hey, Ade, off topic. What are you making of the Djokovic versus Alvarez rivalry? Usyk late stoppage for me. 1 sec, I'll answer that question. The boy looks in great shape, by the way. He looks more muscular than I've ever seen him before. But he's actually lacing up the gloves now. He's actually lacing up the gloves. He's going to start hitting pads very soon. But he looks very muscular. Looks really thick. Daniel Dubois got the gloves on. Don Charles got the body bag on. They're about to go to work. And one thing Don Charles is basically showing us by wearing that body bag is they're going for the body. As for the question, Djokovic versus Alvarez, he's talking tennis. Obviously, Alvarez beat Djokovic at Wimbledon. Alvarez is this young kid coming through, looks fantastic. Hopefully they're going to compete against each other at the US Open in New York as well. I like it. I like it. It's a good one. It's almost like a passing of the torch. Usyk late stoppage. Good shout. Good shout. Is Prince Nassim's son fighting? I believe he is fighting next. That's what someone said in the chat. I don't know. We'll see. Imagine that though. See, that's what I'm talking about. See, that's just too much pressure for me. And that's where your dad's name opens doors, but your co-main event, you're going on co-main of a unified heavyweight title fight on your debut. It's too much. Get him on the card, yes, if this is true. Get him on the card, but to put him as the co-main is silly. I hope that's wrong. I hope that person in the chat is wrong. I'm not sure, but we'll see. 2 secs, guys. Sorry. Where am I? Let's go for this one. Spiritual vlogger, opinion on a potential fight between Gervonta and Shakur. Shakur to get the job done. I think Shakur is sensational. I think he's sensational. I think Gervonta is very good as well, but I think Shakur is generational talent. And I think Shakur beats anyone at 135 or 140. So you can chuck in Regis Prograis, you can chuck in Teofimo Lopez. Some of the other guys floating around at 135, your Frank Martins, your Keyshawn Davises. Cruz will be interesting now that he's professional, but I just think, I just think that Shakur Stevenson is just incredible. I really do. Okay, Base the Kid confirming, sent a super chat as well. Appreciate it, bro. Says co-main is Adam Hamed. I think that's crazy, but that's just what I think. I think there's so much pressure on these kids anyway. Like Campbell Hatton definitely struggles with it a bit. Conor Benn, I think, early struggled with it as well. I get it because they've got a big name. You push them, but just get them on the card. Don't need to be co-main on the card. This is too big a card. Way too big a card. 2 secs. 2 secs, guys. What's this one? Boxing fans complain about fights not happening, but what about the rest of the heavyweight division? None of them fighting either. So frustrating. Now, I like to moan a lot. Like I'm a big moaner when it comes to boxing fights and not happening, but it's been a great 18 months. I think it's been a great 18 months. Honestly, like even fights like if you're a hardcore boxing fan, like last week a couple weeks ago, Oscar Valdez versus Navarrete. That's a very, very good fight. I feel like this is where maybe the casual voice is louder because the casual fans will say, "Oh, we're not getting good fights." Hardcore boxing fans would tell you that we've had a good year for fights. Like fuck, we had Inoue Fulton and Spence Crawford in the same week. Come on, man, it's been a great year. And that's great, yeah. Alan Skill says, I think young boxers like Anderson suffer from the Mayweather effect. People dreaming about the big bucks, but forgot Mayweather money. Money Mayweather made his name being a killer as Pretty Boy Floyd. Love it. Honestly, that's it. Spot on. 100% agree with what you're saying. I think people forget, before it was Money Mayweather, it was Pretty Boy Floyd. People forget that. And then he started to make his money. I think a lot of these fighters now have come in thinking of the money before making a name for themselves. The money will come automatically. Josh Denzel there just interviewing Adam Hamed. I want to make sure I always say Adam Hamed as opposed to interviewing Prince Nassim's son. I feel like there's too much pressure on him. Way too much pressure. Especially if he doesn't fight like Prince Nassim. That there was something about that's one thing I do rate Chris Eubank Jr. for. He was exactly like Chris Eubank Jr. is like Chris Eubank, and Connor is like Nigel. I don't know how you're going to be like Prince Nassim, but we'll see in a few moments. We'll see. Nigel going on the age one here. Daniel is 11 years younger. I think there's going to be an upset. Maybe, but I think it's not about age. If you keep yourself in great shape, I think we saw that with the Spence Crawford fight. Crawford is old. No, Crawford's the same age as Usyk. Crawford looked like he was a 25-year-old fighting in the ring. If you can keep your body in great shape and live the life, you know, it's not always about the age. Spiritual vlogger, you work on influencer boxing events, and then in your videos, you always put them down. Why is that? I do not always put them down. I actually just gave them plaudits. If you listen to the part I gave them plaudits for. Ade, do you ever feel awkward when asking boxers about defeats, which would obviously have been devastating for them? No, not really. It's part of the game. It's part and parcel of the sport. There's going to be defeats. They know it as well, so I don't feel awkward about it. Ollie Palmer says, Ade, why don't you get in the ring and brock some guys up? Because I think I would get brock up. No, I would get brock up. And by the way, they are filling right now. And what I mean by filling is like they always want to show less studio time. Trust me, this is what happens. They want to just get the action rolling all the time. And they don't want to do all this talk in the studio. They just want events to happen and happen. And there's obviously clearly a delay for some reason. I don't know why. Like Nassim's son should be in the ring already. Why is he not in the ring? Like, this is now 10 to 10. It's a joke. Come on, man. Come on. 2 secs. There we go. We're getting some predictions now. I got Usyk winning by TKO in round 10. If Usyk beats Dubois and destroys Fury, where does he rank on this of all-time greats? Too difficult. Like beating Dubois is not going to jump him up to no all-time great status. Fury, maybe. Ade, how tall are you? I am 5'11". Wish I was 6 foot. Really wish. Not that that changed anything in my life. A random as Crawford has a real chance against Canelo. And if he beats him for the titles, he's the greatest of all time, in my opinion. Do you agree? 3-time undisputed? No, I certainly do not agree that he's the greatest of all time. Greatest of all time. There's some fighters out there that have had like 150, nearly 200 fights. I can't forget them. Greatest of this era, yes. All time, no. He's up there, but I'm not gonna give him that all-time status. Gotta back the Brit. A lot of people saying AJ Wilder ain't happening either, but it's looking good. You can back the Brit. I'm backing the Ukrainian because I want to see Fury versus Usyk. Fury, Ngannou shocks the world and knocks out Fury. Book it. No, not at all. There's no way. There's no way a guy that's never fought before in a boxing ring is knocking out the heavyweight champion of the world, and not just the heavyweight champion, but the heavyweight champion. Just ain't happening. Just ain't happening. This could happen. Dubois may end up freezing in the moment. It could. That could happen potentially. Could happen. Ian Whitehead, great channel, Ade. Glad you say it as it is, even though you work for the Zone and Talksport. Yeah, I try and keep it real. Okay, is Hamed fighting? He's fighting. Who's he fighting? Croy? Croy? I don't know who that is. Ade, is there a rematch clause? No, there isn't. Don't think so. I don't think there can be. Okay, I've answered that one already. What's this one? PGMC says, I think Usyk beats Dubois easily and would beat Fury, and Fury must sense it as well, hence the fight not happening. There's so much that goes on behind the scenes. I would love to say that that's the case, but there's so much that goes on behind the scenes with fights not happening. So much. It really isn't easy. It's not as simple as Fury's scared, and that's why he's not fighting. I wish it was, but it isn't that simple, guys. Trust me. What's this? 1.4 thousand watching, and I'm number 200 from the likes. Y'all suck. Basically trying to say press the like button. Guys, so easy. Look, it's right there. Like, that's all you got to do. Please do it. Reese Cooper says Dubois needs to target that body. Yeah, it does. I'm looking at the seats. I don't know why this is. I don't really care, to be honest. But it's certainly not anywhere near full, is it? Doesn't look like it for me anyway. Maybe my eyes are. Yeah, certainly not full in there. Bit of a disappointment that. Big Short Mike 87 says Usyk grows old overnight against Dubois. Yeah, he does. You know this Hamed? I don't want to check it myself, but does anyone know how old he is? And if there's an amateur background to him, I'm guessing there must be some, even if it's very little. Does anyone know? Let me know if you know. Addy, were you surprised Baumgardner popped dirty? Yeah, very, 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 very surprised. You know what's weird about this as well happening? Like Prince Nassim Hamed's son having his debut here. Like, I don't know if a lot of the fans, like, say this was in Sheffield, I think it would be incredible. Like, say, and this is what, say he was fighting on the undercard of Warrington versus Leewood in Sheffield, which is Hamed country. Then it would it'd be incredible. Him making his debut in Poland, just a bit weird. I know it's a big fight card, but it's a bit weird. 2-6. Tom says, Egmore, Ade, I strongly think there'll be an upset. Dubois will land the power punch and it will get Usyk out of there. It seems you don't think this is possible. And I don't. I don't think it's possible at all for that to happen. At all. No. Random as. Okay, I've kind of read that one already. Wasn't Chisora Fury an exhibition and that got stopped? So Fury and Garner will be a proper fight too. Nope, that's not true. It wasn't an exhibition. It was a legit heavyweight title shot. Liam Taylor said, what do you think of the proper boxing channel? Love the in-depth stuff you do, but I still love a bit of funny stuff. I reckon the nutty Ukrainian ends it before the 6. The proper boxing channel. What is that? I've not checked that out. I have to check that out. This ring walk is so long, by the way. It looks amazing. It's so long. He is Hamed is dancing. He's kind of jiving to the ring. He must be shitting himself. Like, this must be nerves. He looks good. Looks fresh. You know, he's throwing a couple of hands. I think it's nice that that Prince isn't walking to the ring with him. He is, though, trying to do exact. You know, look. He's obviously he's grown up watching his dad, and he's kind of just trying to almost mimic what his dad would do, as his dad would walk to the ring. Let's see how he does. Michael Buffer giving him a little clap and a high five. He's talking to Michael Buffer as he gets in the ropes. Will he flip the ropes like his dad? Let's see. Will he flip the ropes? He teased it and he didn't. He kind of was going to flip the ropes and then he just decided not to. That was interesting. That was interesting. The Prince watching him must be happy. His mum there as well. I'm happy for Prince Nassim Hamed. I love him. One of my favorite fighters of all time. We'll see. We'll see how it happens. Indigo Lizard King said, who would you like to sit down with? No holds questions. So I'm guessing that meant to say no hold bars questions. Dillian White and Conor Benn. Would like to speak to those two. What's this one? Ade, Alex Zarefa. Ade, you're great. As you come across supernatural, as if chatting with friends, your incredible success has been totally deserved. I know you won't forget your grassroots with your meteoric rise. Has there been a meteoric rise? I don't know. Maybe. But I appreciate that. Thank you very much, by the way. Appreciate that a lot. Thank you very much. Will Dubois weighing in 10 pounds less allow him to sustain the pressure needed to beat Usyk for longer? I hope so. I want to see a fight. Ultimately, look, you guys have waited. I've done this. I've been on this live now for nearly 2 hours. I want to see a fight. I don't want it to be a one-round demolition job. I want Usyk to be competitive and look good. Sorry, Dubois to be competitive and look good. I just don't see how he does. What's this? Ade has an agenda. He has to say this fight will happen when he knows it won't. Just like he pretended Fury versus AJ was on for views and clicks. Yeah, because, I mean, oh, God. Oh, gosh. Mr. Aladdin. I don't even know. Art Stanton sat by apartment pool in DC, 90 degrees, listening to Ade. Life is good. Ooh, it's 90 degrees, raining outside. Bank holiday, raining. All right, let's see what this Hamed can do. Let's see what his fighting style looks like. Fast jab, hands. Oh, okay. He has got that Prince Nassim style. Oh, he's copying his style. I can't take it. You know, it's I grew up the Prince fan, so when I see someone trying to fight like the Prince, it just don't know. I don't know. But let's see how he gets on. Eddie Hearn isn't going to let AJ fight Wilder. When he loses, the cash cow was finished. Oh yeah, because Eddie Hearn's broke. Well, what's going to happen when AJ retires? Then I mean, Eddie Hearn just done. He's finished. Nico Ade, what do you think of Adam Azim and his future? Looks good. Looks good. Look, we have to wait and see. I mean, anyone really, if you match people correctly, anyone can look good in their first sort of 10 to 15 fights. It's when you have to take a big one that we'll see. Dave Bento says, get that Bivol framed, Ade. I will. It's getting a bit dirty as well. Actually, I do need to get it framed before moths tear it to pieces. Pound Entertainment Media. Is Dubois usually a fighter who can fight for 12 rounds with good pacing, or is he a guy who gets an early stoppage or gasses out in later rounds? We don't know really, do we? I mean, Dubois, I think apart from Joyce stopping him, every fight Dubois had has gone early. When you think about it, it doesn't go distance. So we'll see. We'll see. He's going to have to go some rounds in this one. Aaron Lembo says, big fan, been subscribed for years now. AJ surely the more aspirational. I was inspired to follow the sport in 2015. AJ White won. That was war. That was a roadman fight. Oh my God. The guy that Hamed is fighting is desperate to lose. He's been told, I'm not joking. He's just, oh, this is embarrassing. They're going to stop. He's just on the corner taking shots and the referee's going to stop it. They throw the towel. They tried to throw the towel in. That there, and I'm not joking, that could be the most dodgiest fight I've ever witnessed in my life. Ever. Dodgiest. That was embarrassing. That was embarrassing. And people say, oh, Misfits is an embarrassment to the sport. That what I just saw there, by the way, I'm happy that Hamed won his first fight. But that guy he was fighting was told to go in there and sit in the corner and get beaten up. That was just silly. That was silly. What the fuck was that? What is the point in that? Now, don't wrong. It shouldn't be a tough fight if your first fight, but that there is just an embarrassment, an absolute embarrassment. You know what it is? They threw the towel in, which is black, by the way, and it missed the ring, and then they had to catch it and throw it in again. He's literally in the corner saying, "Ref, stop this, ref, stop this." Embarrassing. Embarrassing. All right, let's have a look at the stuff. That was awful. Look, he's in the corner. He's in the corner, taking shots, and he just doesn't want to be there. And the ref's like, look, come on, do something. And Hamed even steps back a bit. By the way, I will say this about Hamed. They throw the towel and they missed, by the way. They threw the towel and they missed. He's got the towel in his hand. I can see it. And it misses. He actually misses. And then he actually catches it and throws it in again. I will say this, though. Hamed's got fast hands. Really fast hands. Joke. All right, where are we now? What's this? Harry Hiffen says, congrats on 50K. Love your work. Been following for a bit. We've seen Africans thrive globally in other sports. What do you think would happen? What do you think would improve the presence of African boxers globally? Big events in Africa. Basically, I think big events in Africa. I think we've seen Africans in combat sports do very well. Like you think of like UFC middleweight champion Israel Adesanya, Francis Ngannou, former UFC heavyweight champion Kamaru Usman, former UFC welterweight champion. We just need to see big events in Africa to inspire the next generation. That's all it is. Right now, they're not inspired. They're not inspired. And a lot of African athletes and sports stars have to leave the country to go to that next stage. It's just Africa is just a country just with so much natural talent. It just needs someone to invest some money in it, man. It's awful. Awful. 2 secs. Oh, this is an interesting one. AJ fanboys are about to be exposed. AJ was number 4 at best when Usyk beat him. Dubois has all the tools and the mindset you can see. He's happy, and if he was fighting a great, he would. I don't understand. You got to write English, please. Jasvinder Suri won't go past 4. Daniel Dubois KO by Usyk lightly second. I'm starting to like Daniel Dubois, but can't see how unless he hits Usyk and gets old overnight. We've seen fighters get old in the ring overnight. We've seen it. We've seen it. This is probably a bit late, this one. But Scott Arbuckle saying, Addy, when are the ring walks going to be for the main event? In about, hopefully, about 10, 15 minutes. Hopefully. Where are we? Jeremy says, I wanted to be fit by 50. Went from 166 to 147 in several months. Congrats on your weight cut, bro. I don't know if fitness is about the weight cut, you know, like the kind of extreme weight cut that I did, I think is very unhealthy. So I wouldn't even think, I don't think I was fit. Like, I think, like right now I weigh around 86 kilos. I think that's fit. But me going to 78 kilos was actually very unfit, especially to do it in the time I did it as well. Okay, this is interesting. Michelle Joy Phelps in the ring doing an interview again. That's weird because they've got Michelle Joy Phelps in the ring doing the interviews, and then they've got Josh Denzel just outside the ring doing the interviews with a weird setup there. It's almost like Michelle is there through Alex Krasiuk and Josh Denzel's there through TNT. That's what it seems like. Higo Damascus Ade Hellenius tested positive for a banned substance, but it was not a steroid. Any idea what it could be? As he doesn't strike me as the type to take a recreational drug. Interesting. I don't know. That's interesting. I have to read up on that. No idea it was that. I thought it was a steroid. Interesting. No idea. Daniel Laser Deering says, Oi, oi, Ade, love all your content. What time is Dubois Usyk due on? Hopefully, dude. I was saying 10 o'clock. Hopefully, in about 20 minutes now. Hopefully. Ade, seeing you hit 50K after all those drinks we had when you were grafting hard around Africa on cards in old castles with 3,000 subs, talking over photos makes me very, very happy. Yeah, me and Dan I've known Dan for a few years. I haven't seen him for ages. I might have to go back to South Africa because I do miss it a lot. Loved it there. Aruya Anya, is that correct? Hi, Ade, watching from Lome, Togo. Jeez, people watch from all over the world. This is so impressive. Tom, predictions. Dubois to knock out Usyk in round 3. Big up Egmont Ade, and congratulations on reaching 50K. Thank you very much. Just trying to see. So I've read a few of these out already. Two seconds. What's this one? Ade is like the cool big bro that you can chat to on a level. Big respect to you. Congrats on the 50K subs. Keep up the good work. Thank you, brother. Not that big, bro. I'm not that old. I'm still doing an interview in the ring with Mr. Ahmed here. I mean, I'm happy for you to, you know. Yeah, okay, it's done. Thank you. Can we just get on with this now, please? Please, can we get on with this? Please. Corey said, did Prince Nassim's son win? Tuned in late? No, you haven't. You tuned in at the perfect time. Tuned in at the perfect time. All right, let's see where we are. Let's see. I'm so far behind. You know, I'm only reading questions from 9 o'clock. That's how many questions have come in. Hergovich did quite well against Zhang. He did, but he lost for me. He lost that fight. Zhang won that. Hergovich just struggles clearly with southpaws because Dempsey McKean was a southpaw and he struggled as well with him. But I thought he lost that fight. I really did. Meza Erzl says, why on earth are they covering the camera? What he's talking about was in Usyk's changing room. For some reason, when Usyk was getting gloved up, they covered the camera. Don't know why they did that. Very stupid. Rory Jennings, my old mucker. Can't wait for Usyk to chin Fury. Fury screaming in his face, so lacking in class. Rory Jennings in the building. The hardest working human being I know on planet Earth. True story. True story. Antichrist Watch. I don't even know if I should have read out your name. Says Ade, is the weight cut stuff preparation for boxing? No, I just wanted to experience what a boxer goes through. I talk about the sport all the time, and I felt like I can't truly talk about the sport unless I kind of go through what fighters go through or know what they go through. So this is just a little bit of me understanding what they go through. So that's why I did it. Won't do it again. Prediction: Dubois to knock out Usyk. I've read that one already. If Dubois lands a flurry, it could be over. If it goes the distance, points win for Usyk. No, even if Dubois lands a flurry, I think we're acting like Usyk can't take a punch. I mean, AJ hit him, Chisora hit him. It can take a punch, you know, from big boys. And they're very big boys, both of those two. So I'm not quite sure about that. 2-6. The Clueless Jerry says, I think these Warren cards, it's not a Warren card, by the way. So that probably ends the whole rest of this, what you're saying. I think these Warren cards are very cheaply organized. The undercard is always underwhelming. I hope Dubois wins just because he's British, but I think Usyk stops him in the 10th. Not a Warren card. He's got a couple of the fights on there, but not a Warren card. 2-6. Josh Denzel now doing a little interview with Jake Paul, coming off that win against Nate Diaz. Filthy Casual Boxing says Joe Joyce dismantles Hrgovic. I don't think he dismantles him, and we need to see what Joyce is like. I mean, the last time Joyce fought, he got fucked up. He got badly hurt by Zhili Zhang, so we need to see what he's like. For some reason, I hope these are old photos because they're showing Usyk still not fully gloved, only gloved in one hand. He hasn't put the other glove. That must be an old picture, because surely we've got to get these things correct. Done that one already. Ian Hobden says, should Hellenius be made to give back his fight money now he failed a drugs test? If yes. So basically, I think there are some asterisks and some issues around this drug test, but 100%, if he has failed a drug test, there's no way. Like, he would have got paid very big 6 figures for that fight. 200, 300,000 maybe. It's an AJ fight. So yeah, 100%. If he's failed his drug test, then yeah, he's got to give that money back, I think, or a portion of it at least. Air Max 90 _ King says, Addy, you got an A5? No, I do not have an A5. I remember having an Audi A3. I had 2 Audi A3s when I was young, but I don't have an A5. I got something better than that, boy. Q5, nah, bigger than that as well. Bigger than that as well. Anthony Blaze says, can we still say AJ is learning and we should give him time, or have we seen his best ability-wise? I think we can say he's learning, but I don't think we can give him time. Can't give him time. He's 33, but he's still learning. I think every boxer learns. You continue to learn things and put things in into your arsenal, into your cabinet, into your tool bag. Have we seen the best of him ability-wise? I hope not. I think that's the only thing I can say. I hope not. Gemini Jake says, new to your channel. What's up from Denver, Colorado, USA? What's going on, Gemini Jake? Appreciate you coming through, brother. Appreciate you coming through. What's this one? Ade, I know you probably shudder when you see my comments because you're expecting AJ Hatton company man, but I've been watching your weight cut. You're in some serious shape for your age. Well done. I'm in great shape for my age, firstly. Not serious, but great shape. And I certainly do not shudder when I see your comments, because I am a wise old owl and I can handle anything. But yeah, I'm in decent shape, not bad. Ade, who are your broadcasting role models? Not necessarily boxing broadcasters. I think Gabby Logan is incredible. Incredible, Gabby Logan. Claire Balding is just sensational. She's so good. Gary Lineker. Yeah, I'm going to say Gary. You know why I say Gary Lineker? I know it's a bit of a random one. It's because the other two, Gabby Logan and Claire Balding, they are broadcasters. Gary Lineker's a footballer that turned into a broadcaster and has done so well. Yeah, but I think the number one for me, probably Claire Balding. I know that might sound what the fuck. I've always just liked Claire Balding. I think she's so good. Like, she makes things look so easy. Stephen A. Smith in America, I think is good. I think his energy is good. I've learned a lot watching him. But I think this is so random. I think Claire Balding could be my number one. Ade, what's your thoughts on Opetaya versus Thompson cruiserweight world title fight? Surprising. Didn't expect that. Like, when I heard it, I was like, huh? And I thought, what Thompson? But then obviously, look, I mean, Opetaya has got a voluntary, and obviously this is the voluntary. And this is probably a case of Jordan Thompson being with the promoter. Obviously, Opetaya is with Eddie Hearn as well now. And Jordan Thompson is top 15 ranked in the IBF. So that fight can happen. Bit of a surprising fight. I don't expect Thompson to win because Opetaya is very, very good, but you never know. Danny N, big up. Big you up, Ade, more of a recent fan of yours since your first appearance on the Undefeated pod, but been following you since. Motivational stuff. Thank you very, very much. Kevin Dawson says, hi, Ade, mate. Do you think that Fury will fight Usyk afterwards? Usyk promoter Alex said they will not accept less than 50-50 if it's in England. Sounds fair to me. I don't know. Like, it's like they talk like about this money, and I get it, right? You shouldn't fight for free, but neither of them are broke. Both of them have made very, very, very good money. Like, just fucking fight, man. Jesus Christ. Philip Vincent, hi Ade, thanks for streaming. When is the actual match start? I like the way you call it a match. The actual boxing fight is about 20 minutes away, which feels like about an hour away now. Only Prime wins matter. Interesting name. Dubois is 25 and going on the road in front of 40,000 Ukrainians. AJ had all the advantages in his hometown and fought like a chicken. Oh, man, interesting. It's a bit harsh. Fought like a chicken. Super chat here from Ronan Gibbons. Appreciate it, my man. I've been watching you from 2019 and it's mad how far you've come. Real inspirational story. Also up the Wolves. Big win for us today. Was a big win for Wolves. Ronan's been following the channel for years. Big win for Wolves. Wolves beat Everton 1-0. Big win. Like it. It was a big win. In Podium, Super Chat says 1,600 watching and only 300 likes. Come on, peeps. Yeah, please like the stream. Look, even Rory Jennings, the famous Rory Jennings, is in the stream saying agreed, and he puts it in capital letters just to make sure you guys know. Like the stream. So easy to press the like button, isn't it? Just do it. Come on. All right. Where are we? So even Clueless Jerry. Everyone like the stream. It's free and probably helps more than you know. Ade, keep up the hard work. Thank you. Thank you. Where are we? All right. Guys, get your predictions in now. I think we're about 10 minutes away. I think we're about 10 minutes away from ring walks. So get your predictions in. I'll put up the predictions one by one. So there's no hiding place for you. Where are we? 2 secs. Just looking. A lot of the questions are repeats. There we go. What's this one? DDD has to go for the body, rough him up in the clinches, try to slow Usyk, then in later rounds go for the kill. It's his only chance. I like that. I like that. Go to the body and rough him. He's got to rough him up in the clinches. It's true. He's got to put that extra weight on him. Like Fury was able to do it to Wilder quite well. And look, Fury's a lot bigger than Wilder. But one thing Fury did was when he backed up Wilder and obviously gave Wilder no room to land that right hand, although Wilder did it. He put his weight on him. He put his weight, all that weight on top. I don't know if Dubois has the experience to do that, but it's an extra 20 pounds. Once you get Usyk on the ropes, put your weight on him and then rough him up. Whether it's elbows, it's dirty boxing, all the dark arts of the sport. Do what you've got to do. Low blows, anything. Make it dirty, make it rough in there. If he tries to give Usyk far too much respect, like shit, I'm in the ring with Usyk, then he's going to get swallowed. He's going to get swallowed. Ade, how are you, my brother? Congrats on killing the road to 175. Guys, I'm telling you, I did not kill it. I made it, and I'm proud of myself making it, but it was very, very difficult. Again, the video is out tomorrow showing the whole weight cut, and I think you guys are going to be very surprised by how difficult that was, and also how proud of you guys will be of me making it, because it was very, very difficult. Where are we? What's this one? From Kelly Clark. Hi, Ade. You truly are the gentleman of UK boxing commentary. I enjoy every video you put out. Congrats on the 50. Usyk to win in the 7. That's such a nice message. All right, so I need more of that in my life every other week. Stuff like that. I need more of it. That was very, very nice. Thank you very much, Kelly. Appreciate it. It's a bit hot. This is a bit. I've gone from that to this. Dubois is getting his head punched and stopped. Michael Buffer is in the ring, ladies and gentlemen. He's about to do his thing. Patrick Whelan says, book a holiday for DD here in New Zealand, as I think he's going to need it after the next few hours. Might surprise a few people. They've got the Ukrainian president, wherever he is doing this from. I think obviously he's given something to Usyk's not losing this fight. I mean, fuck me. You've got the Ukrainian president. The country's going through war, and he is literally just giving a speech to Usyk, and they're showing some video footage. He ain't losing this fight. He ain't losing this fight. I really hope they're not national anthems, but there's going to be, right? Because of where they are, I get it, but I just can't stand national anthems. Ade, Ennis versus Ortiz. Who wins this amazing fight? Well, Ortiz needs to get healthy first. He's obviously not healthy at all, so I'm going to say Ennis destroys him right now. 2 secs, guys. Scott Arbuckle. Ade, do you think Conor McGregor will fight again in boxing? Yes, I do. I think Conor McGregor is likely to fight at KSI. I would not be shocked if Conor McGregor fights KSI. I know you guys were like, what the fuck? I wouldn't be shocked. There's going to be so much money in it for him. I think he could do it. I really do. Barry Anderson says, I'm not a huge fan of the Misfits, mate, but at least they train properly. The fights are entertaining. Just look at the old heavyweight champion, Andrew Ruiz. Let's be honest, his shape was terrible. There you go. There you go. They try. They try. Look, it's not, we know the level of it, right? I mean, I know the level of it, but they try. All right, I think this is Daniel Dubois making his ring walk now. Let's hope. Or is it a national anthem? Let's see. It's a nice stadium, this one, isn't it? Is this the Poland National Stadium? Is this where they play their football? I'm not quite sure. Or is it a club side? Dubois looks like in great shape, by the way. He looks in really great shape. Good luck to him, man. Honestly, now I like Dubois. Good luck to him. I just don't want him to get hurt. I want him to try his hardest, and I think he will put up a good performance. And look, you never know. And Dubois got deceptively fast hands as well. Deceptively fast hands. I don't think he gets the job done, but you never know. What's this one? You should get the Stamina for Sale guys on for a video one of these days. I will certainly try. I'm just so busy. As soon as, honestly, this is my last video for nearly 2 weeks. In fact, I'm going to do a reaction video straight after. Dubois coming to the ring. He's laughing. He's joking. He's talking with someone. I'm not quite sure who he was talking to. Is it his dad there behind, or is that Don Charles? But Dubois looks comfortable. Doesn't look nervous. All this talk about Dubois looks nervous. Doesn't look nervous to me. Looks comfortable walking to the ring. He's just doing a bit of shadow boxing there. He looks good. Look, he's a fighter. You know what I mean? One thing, he's a fighter, Dubois. He's obviously come from a fighting family. He keeps looking round. I don't know what he's looking round at. Keeps looking round at someone. I'm not quite sure who is that. Who's he looking round at? Anyway, he's walking to the ring anyway. Let's see. Let's see what he can do. All right. All right, you know what I'm going to do now? Guys, I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom so I can get some predictions. Because there's far too many questions to read out, and I've asked you guys to get your predictions in, so I'm going to scroll all the way. So apologies if I've missed your question. Apologies. I just want to see if we can get some predictions in before we start. 2 secs. Yeah, look, this was very sad. Very sad. Not a prediction, but a super chat here from JD05. Rest in peace to Bray Wyatt. Was only 36. Bray Wyatt, former WWE World Champion. Indeed. Great character. What a shame. Honestly, what a shame. All right, let me get some predictions in. Guys, girls, get your predictions in now, please. 2 secs. Where am I? 2 seconds, guys. I'm trying to see if there's too many questions. There's so many questions. I can't even. All right, so super chat here from Mark says, I'm so excited, more than I thought I would be. Enjoy it, people. All right, here we go. Some predictions coming in now. All right, Goats Inc. 03 says Usyk 10th round TKO. What I will do as well, as soon as the bell goes, you guys will know, because I would say that's going to be where I am, right? Jamie McKenna says Usyk inside 4. Ian Cran 76 says Usyk KO round 7. What's this one? Skeptic. Hi, Ade. Greetings from Morocco. Love Morocco. I was actually thinking of going to Morocco last week. Love Morocco. Thank you very much. Guys, predictions. All I want is predictions now. Just predictions. Mark Stubbs says Usyk 4th round win. 2 sec. What's this one? Joe Matthews. Usyk wins. Fight stopped in corner between round 9 and 10. Okay, maybe. Bill Keaveney, Usyk wins inside 6. Who is this guy with this awful jacket singing Usyk to the ring? Like, oh God, it looks like someone from the Eurovision Song Contest. I need predictions. Oh, here we go. Paul K says, prediction, we won't hear the bell for the 4th round. Wow. You think it's going to end that quick? Jesus Christ. Here comes Usyk. I do love him. I shouldn't love him because he beat up my guy AJ twice, but I do love him. Great guy. It's a great guy. All right, predictions. Here we go. What's this? Marlon H. Usyk rounds 4 to 6. It will probably be his least respected opponent as a champ, and he will need to make a statement. Okay, I get you. I know what you mean. Like, everyone expects him to win. Is that what you mean? And if he doesn't win it spectacularly, we might start saying things like Usyk's on the wane. Maybe. Is this a prediction? Kind of. Shmup room. DDD is a sacrificial lamb. Where are we? Any more predictions? Can't see predictions. Can't see. I need predictions. And all I need is predictions. No, this is almost disguised. Any predictions? Like all this stuff. Oh, 1 second. I think they're coming in now. The way Usyk walks to the ring is frightening. He walks to the ring like he's just walking to the corner shop. Look at that. He's walking. Look at his face. Morgan Usyk round 7. Lewis Gillespie says Usyk stoppage mid rounds. Nathan Rate says Usyk in 3. This isn't a prediction, but I love the comments, so I'm going to put it up. Love your content, Ade. Thank you very much. Happy Wednesday says Usyk in the 10th. Chaz Chitty says Dubois in knots by round 3. No one's going Dubois at the moment. Brandon says Usyk round. Usyk actually walked over the top rope, which someone of his size doesn't normally do, and there is going to be fucking national anthems. Fratis Knox says Usyk by points or late stoppage. By the way, the ring does look big, doesn't it? Does look big. Unverified Bear says stoppage round 6 Usyk. We're just reading out predictions at the moment, guys, because we are soon going to get going here. Mark Purdy, Usyk wins KO round 9. Yeah, I think most people are doing that. I think that's kind of what's this one? Dubois will be TK'd. TK'd. Never heard anyone say TK'd, by the way. In the 7th. Usyk by victory, says Bilbo Swaggins. DDD round 2, and you're laughing at yourself because you know that's just not going to happen. Haters have opinions. You've obviously got one as well. Says 2 ways this goes, or 2 ways to go. Usyk by decision or Dubois by KO. We shall see. We shall see. Dubois looks comfortable in the ring. Don Charles behind him. That link up still looks strange because, again, we've seen Shane McGuigan work with Dubois recently. But Don Charles, an experienced man, he's been doing this for a long, long time now. Good luck to him. Naril Dubois, KO round 5. I'm guessing the national anthem is being sung right now. Dubois is moving around, jumping around, looks confident, looks a bit nervous, going to be nervous. It's going to be nervous. There's no 2 ways about it. But this is it, right? You want to be a boxer? You want to be a world champion? This is what you got to do. Young Revival got a 5 on Dubois. The odds too good. John Fury, not him. Usyk TKO round 7. Effortless says Usyk in the 8th. Usyk 7th. Usyk round 5. I'm guessing this is the Ukrainian national anthem being sung right now. I can't stand national. I'm not joking. I'm just not a fan of them. Loads of you predictions. Thank you very much, guys. Loads of you. Yeah, I saw that as well. Lots of empty seats also, it seems. I think so. You can tell by the lights in the background. Like most people have their phones and you can see there's a lot of empty seats, but it's a big stadium. Maybe they just over predicted how many people would come. But I still think there's a fair few. I think there's, what is it, a 40,000 seat? I think it might be even bigger than that. I read somewhere that 40,000 are there. So it's either a 40,000 seater stadium or 40,000 are in attendance. 40,000 is incredible for boxing. Incredible. And again, like financially, how expensive is it for those local people to turn up? I think a few people have come out from the UK as well for it. But I heard that that's quite difficult as well to get there. The direct flights were quite difficult. Daniel, Robbie says, in the 6th round. Ronan Gibbons, Mr. Wolves himself, says Usyk in the 10th. I'm saying a couple. John Wayne Lewis and DDD stop him in the 8th. Okay, a few more. Dubois. I think people are just saying this now. I don't think anyone really believes this. Dubois in the 6th. Usyk TKO. Dubois. What's this one? Usyk round 6. All right, guys and girls. Michael Buffer is about to do his thing. Let's see how this one gets on. Frank Warren giving Dubois his last bit of advice. Dubois is a big guy, isn't he? He's a big, big lump of a man. What is he, about 6'5", Dubois? 6'4", 6'5"? I don't think he's as tall as AJ, but he's definitely wider. He's a big guy. Let's see how Usyk gets on in the land of the giants. Dubois could win easily. Easily, yeah. Joshua didn't engage at all, looked unsure, very slow, never committed to his punches. Ain't that easy? Ain't that easy to do? Ninja's Rose says Usyk to have him down twice in 5 and stopped by the 7th. Dubois is in way over his head. This is a good fight, and I don't know the answer to this question. Would Usyk beat a prime David Haye? The David Haye that fought Enzo Maccarinelli would be a problem, but I think Usyk's so special, so I don't know. But that'd be a really, really good fight. Phew. David Haye's speed and punch power at cruiserweight was fucking something else, man. Keelan Hill says, think Usyk needs a stoppage to be considered truly dangerous heavyweight in comparison to the other eras. Yeah, I think that's fair. Mesmerize says, Usyk round 9 and you go into the Smith Eubank fight. I'm not. I don't want to go to it. I want to do a live watch along. I want to do more of these live watch alongs. I like doing them. I haven't done enough. I feel a bit like I need to do more. I feel a bit, a bit rusty. Super chat here says, I'll be so upset if Usyk loses and I'm British. Yeah, let's see. Come on, this is taking ages. Let's see the shape here of Daniel Dubois. Okay. Don Charles having a quick word with him. He looks in fantastic shape, Dubois. He's massive. He's definitely been on the weights more. He's trying to make himself a bit leaner, but also physically stronger as well. He's obviously coming in to try and bully Usyk here. This first few rounds are going to be very interesting because I expect Daniel Dubois to come out really, really fast here. Really fast. Jude Ehuvian says DDD wins by KO in round 5. Fuck me if he does that. I don't know. I'm not even drinking. I'd have to go and get myself a drink if he does that. Lady Unchained says, can you read my super chat, please? I didn't even see it. When did it come in? Did I miss it? Send me a normal question, Miss Lady Unchained, and I'll read it. Sorry, there's been so many coming in. I've not even seen it. I'm trying to find it. I can't find it. Just send me a normal one right now and I'll quickly read it out. Don't send it as a super chat though, please. Just send it as a normal one. Tahir Iqbal, this is interesting. I don't know if this is true or not. This ref is known for early stoppages. Didn't even know that was true. That's interesting. Troy Williamson says, would love Dubois to do it. Massive task ahead. Massive. Like enormous task ahead. Lady Unchained. Done them season. Why does it say Lady Unchained when it says Lady Shan? Usyk gonna dance rings around DDD and make him dizzy. I know a lot of you men right now looking at her and thinking, oh, okay, and you're gonna click on her page. I know what you guys are like. Don't do that. Usyk is tapped. What does that mean? What does that mean? Is that a new term? Tell me. All right, here we go. You ready? You ready for this one? By the way, it does look quite empty in there. I don't know if it's that camera angle. I can't really see, but who cares? Is that a new tattoo that Usyk's got, that one, on his back? I don't remember it being that big before, like he's added to it. He always does that, Usyk. Always gives everyone a proper hug and a kiss and a cuddle as though it's going to be his last battle. Don Charles almost just giving a final little pep talk to Daniel Dubois, just giving him words. Usyk's trainer doing exactly the same thing to him as well, just giving him those final words. Very important, right? Very important. The last bit of a pep talk before a big fight. Imagine this was Fury Usyk. Like right now, I've got a feeling in my stomach, and I'm thinking, imagine it was Fury Usyk, that type of feeling. And it isn't even that. Here we go. Look at the height difference. There isn't much. Usyk, I would say 6'3", Dubois 6'4", maybe. Proper stare down between the two as well. I think Usyk knows he's in for a fight, especially these first 3 or 4 rounds. He knows that he's in for a fight. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to tell you exactly when the bell goes so you can know where I am, just in case mine is slightly delayed. You guys know what Wi-Fi is like. But yeah, let's see how this one gets on. Daniel Dubois bidding to become the unified heavyweight champion. Okay, we are underway. Dubois' hands already look fast. I will say that. Looks very, very fast on the front foot as well, Dubois. Usyk doing that pouring that he does as well all the time, where he's got his lead hand and he does that. He kind of throws you off because you don't know if it's a jab that's coming or anything. He just does that a lot. It's very, very deceptive. Good jab from Usyk to start things off. Dubois needs to be light on his feet here. Don't be intimidated by Usyk. You've got to put it on him. You've got to go straight. Good little jab there by Daniel Dubois. Usyk definitely felt that. Usyk knows that Dubois' right hand is a cannon. And by the way, Dubois' right hand is very, very fast as well. So it'd be interesting to see how that plays out over these first 3 or 4 rounds. But both men just having a look. Both haven't thrown their power punch. Usyk very rarely throws his left hand in fights until he knows he's in position to. He'll use that jab. So remember, he's southpaw. So he'll use that right hand just to kind of have a look. Daniel Dubois has got to get used to that southpaw. I don't know how many southpaws Dubois would have sparred before or even fought. I don't think he's fought a southpaw. By the way, that jab from Usyk just landing sweetly. He's landed it 3 or 4 times now. It's so tricky because, he doesn't throw it straight like that. He does that, doesn't he? It's all over the place with it. Minute 30 left in the very first round now. Usyk on the front foot. Dubois there landing a couple of nice big shots there. Dubois went to the body as well with one of his right hands. Obviously, that's what they've been planning. That's what they've been training with Don Charles. Go to the body of Usyk. But it's difficult. Usyk with a nice right hand again. That jab is sort of scoring for Usyk. Nothing yet on it. It's not a ramrod of a jab, but he's landing it. Daniel Dubois let his hands go there, throwing a nice little right hand blocked by Usyk, but he's still going to feel them because of Dubois' power. Usyk just having a look here. Dubois. Nice jab from Usyk again. It's just so fast. He closed the distance. Finally through the left hand. Nothing on it. Missed. Dubois out of range, which is good. Good uppercut there from Dubois. Nice shot from Dubois, though, by the way. You don't really see the uppercut from Dubois that much, but he landed that. That was good. This has been a very good round for Dubois. If I'm Dubois, I'd take the confidence of the first round. Because, you just want to be in there, don't you? You want to get all the nerves out. You maybe want to take one as well, just to know that, okay, I'm in this fight. Usyk having a look. Dubois, missing with a nice little right hand there, Dubois. But what I like is Dubois is not afraid to let his hands go. That was one thing we said about AJ. Are you going to let your hands go? He really didn't. Dubois has let his hands go, even when he's out of range. It's a very, very good round for both. Usyk's won the round, but Dubois certainly had his moments in the round as well. And Usyk round 1 for me. But good round for Daniel Dubois as well. I like it. Very good round for both. Ooh, man. Super chat here from Lady Chan. I want Usyk to win only because I want Fury forced to fight him. But Usyk, unanimous decision. With you. I'm with you. Man, they just showed, by the way, Usyk's left hand. Sorry, I keep saying that. Usyk's right hand. It's so fast, that jab. Oh, it's just beautiful. It's beautiful. It comes from so many different angles as well. Bang, rocking the head back of Daniel Dubois there. It's just such a good right hand. Dubois is wearing shorts that have BT on them. Has anyone not told him that it's now TNT? Like BT is no longer. That's a good advertisement for BT, but yeah, strange. But good first round for Daniel Dubois. I see, what's this one? Baz H. Dubois needs to be a bit more aggressive. It's difficult. You're more aggressive, you're going to leave yourself for openings, but we'll see how it plays out. Here we go, round 2. Let's see how Dubois can maybe be a bit more aggressive, be a bit more assertive, be a bit more on the front foot. Not easy to do when you know you've got a southpaw that has fast hands in front of you. But good from Danny Dubois there. Nice little hooks. Missed them. But it's good to see him. He's shown a bit of variation in his punches, Dubois. We saw an uppercut in the first round, and he threw a left hook here and a right hook. Both missed, but nice to see that he's got variation on the punches. Okay, Usyk just having a look again, as he does. This is the part where I say Usyk's starting to download the information. What I mean by when I say that is that I think he starts to try and read you a little bit. Nice little right hand from Dubois there, though. I like Dubois' hand speed, by the way, looks very, very fast. Honestly, he's coming a bit lighter. So maybe they've worked on that. But yeah, I think his speed looks good. It looks so far, so good from Dubois. Nice jab. Went to the body, but landed on the backside of Usyk. But the fact that he's trying to go for that shot to the body with his left shows they've been working on that. He just missed the target, but good. And what that would do, by the way, that shot that he landed on almost the left thigh Sorry, the right thigh. Oh, Usyk landed that southpaw left hand already. Daniel Dubois' legs wobbled. He wobbled. He wobbled Dubois there, and I clearly saw it. Dubois is now on the back foot thinking, what the hell was that? Dubois, to be fair, firing. But he got hurt, Dubois, and he got hurt again with that southpaw. This left hand's just too fast from Usyk. Dubois clearly hurt by those two shots there. But what I was talking about, when Dubois landed that that shot on the thigh of Usyk, what it does, it kind of numbs your legs. So it's quite smart. Or Usyk's starting to kind of go through the gears here a little bit, I think. He's now starting to kind of let that left hand go a bit. And he's let it go 3 or 4 times. And I think all 3 or 4 times, Dubois felt it. Usyk's just so good on his feet, man. Nice little body jab there from Usyk as well. Dubois with a double jab, nothing really on it. I think he's still feeling the effects of that left hand. I think he's now a bit wary. Oh, nice little hook, though, from Dubois coming back. And sort of 1-2. Finished it with a left hook. Not much on it, but I like it. He's still there, Dubois. 38 seconds left of round number 2 here. And this has been a very good Usyk round. Dubois, nice little uppercut from Dubois, missed. But again, showing variation on the punches. Good little sharp jab from Dubois. Sharper jab from Usyk. Just great. Nice little left as well. 1-2 from Usyk. One thing we know is Usyk throws punches and bunches, no single shots. Dubois maybe needs to think of that. Dubois right now, just single shots. Just single shots. Nice little chest punch from Dubois there. You don't really see those in boxing that much. That must take your lungs out a bit. 5 seconds left of round number 2. Definitely an Usyk round. But again, rounds that Dubois is in, but Usyk landing the better shots here. Jeez. Man. All right. Where are we? 2 secs, peeps. 2 secs. Okay, I've just seen that little link. I've kind of put it in. I blocked it. The bots. How they find everyone, eh? How do they find? Good round, I thought, from Usyk. I thought a better round from Oleksandr Usyk. He definitely landed that left. I've seen that that left so many times. But to be fair, though, Dubois not being discouraged. Dubois is still here, still fighting, and he's going to have to fight. He's going to have to make this dirty. He's going to have to take a couple of shots. But for me, I agree with Mustafa here. Usyk already up in the pace. I think he is already up in the pace. I think so far, good 2 rounds from Usyk, who's definitely won both rounds, but Dubois definitely still in them. What I'm seeing a lot more of Usyk here is so much on the front foot. Against AJ, I felt like Usyk was maybe kind of backing off for the first few rounds. With Dubois, it's almost like he's going straight for the kill. But Dubois still looks so aggressive. So aggressive. Is it just me, or is it really raining like hard there? And it looks like it's raining, but the rain, it's like it's blowing into the ring. Is that what's happening? Is it just me? Maybe it's just the way I'm looking at it. It looks like the rain's blowing into the ring, which could be very, very dangerous. Someone could slip. Nothing much so far. A minute gone in round number 3. Good little right hand there from Dubois. Again, to the body of Usyk. That's what he's been doing. This is where Dubois needs to almost try close the distance if he can and start to rough up Usyk. Dubois on the back foot. He's not going to win a boxing match on the back foot against Oleksandr Usyk, who landed a nice little uppercut with the right and then straight down the pipe with the left. That was nice from Usyk. Again, mixing up, varying the punches, not making it obvious what he's going to do next. A little tying of the legs there. Oh, nice little body shot. I thought that was okay. I thought Dubois landed a nice body shot on Usyk, and I thought Usyk complained, and it wasn't low. Interesting. I didn't think that was low at all. I thought that was right on the belt. That's interesting. But that's what Dubois needs to do. Mix it up and go to the body like that anyway. Keep doing it. Even if you get a point taken away, go to the body. Hurt him to the body. Even if it's a bit low, you got to make this dirty if you can. Round 3. Again, another Usyk round. Not much from the champion, though. He hasn't really stung Dubois. I thought he stung him in the second round, but he hasn't capitalized on that. And Dubois, I think, growing in confidence just being there. Dubois has almost spun Usyk around now. Usyk on the road. This is where Dubois needs to let his hands go. But again, Usyk's on the move all the time. Very difficult. So every time Dubois wants to plant his feet and let his hands go, Usyk's already spun him and gone. Nice little body shot from Usyk there. Follows it up with a 1-2 up top. Usyk having to work for these rounds, though. He's having to think. That's what it looks like. Dubois putting his body on Usyk now as well, which is good. The first time, here we are, 33 seconds left of round number 3, where I just saw Usyk take a big gulp of breath. He's starting to slow down a bit and feel the pace himself because he's set a relentless pace. He doesn't normally come out this fast. 20 seconds left of round number 3. Again, it's another Usyk round, but it's also a confidence round for Daniel Dubois, who's still there. Oh, big right hand from Daniel Dubois there. Just missed. You know, you do feel like if Daniel Dubois lands one of these, it looks like he's carrying a lot of pop in those punches. I think it's a ripping uppercut from Dubois. Just missed. Dubois is looking to really hurt Usyk, you know. Jeez, hey, man, it's crazy. Not a bad little performance from Dubois. I've noticed that as well. Usyk going for the left eye. He is. Daniel Dubois' eye is going to go. Guys, can you see the rain? Is it just me? Am I the only one that's seeing this? Justin Fletcher says he needs to clinch and work the inside and work him to the corner. He does. Easier said than done. Easier said than done. Brando says Usyk has to be switched on every second. Again, if he's not, his lights are gonna be switched off. Because yeah, this is what I'm seeing. Maybe it's just me. The rain looks wild. It does. It looks like it's blowing into the ring. Like it has no protection. Look, it just looks like it's all over the place. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. There we go. Round number 4. Again, for me, it's 3 rounds to zip for Oleksandr Usyk. But this is where I think a lot of people said that Dubois could be dangerous up until like round 4 or 5. Then maybe he starts to get tired. But so far for me, Dubois looks dangerous still. Dubois hasn't really landed any big power shots, but he's been aggressive. He's been very aggressive. Oh, nice jab from Usyk. Beautiful jab. So much so, Dubois immediately went on the back foot. It's just such a beautiful jab. Let's see, Dubois taking his time. Oh, good body shot from Dubois. Very good body shot. Usyk must have felt that. Whipped it, like really whipped it past him. Come on, Dubois. Dubois could make this interesting, you know. If he can stick to being aggressive, good jab from Usyk. Dubois has a chance. He has a chance. I just don't know how. Oh, nice little left hand from Usyk. Really good shot there. Knocked the head back of Dubois. What I don't like is when Dubois does get close, it's him that seems to break off rather than really just bash the body of Usyk. Like get close, almost hug him and bash the body until the referee separates you. He doesn't do that. Minute 44, round number 4. Good jab from Dubois, followed by a good jab from Usyk. It's almost like you hit me, I hit you. Another good little 1-2 from Dubois, but it's slow now. Dubois looks like he's already starting to slow with his punches. Tries to get a nice little body shot from Dubois there on the way out. Sort of thought both seem to have slowed down a little bit for me. This is where Dubois, I think, could have some success because Usyk's legs look like they've slowed just a little bit. Nice sharp 1-2 there from Usyk. Good body shot and then up top from Dubois. That's good work from Daniel. Really good work. I like that. Usyk, I think, has slowed down here, you know, peeps. Maybe both have. Good little jab from Usyk. The floor's wet. I can see the floor's wet. Usyk just tried to wipe his feet as well. I think maybe Usyk's a bit careful with his feet because I think the floor is a bit wet. Usyk has got to be careful. Usyk seems to be falling in to these Daniel Dubois right hands, and he has got to be careful. I'm telling you now, Usyk looks like maybe I'm seeing the wrong fight here, but I feel like Usyk's going to get caught coming in here, you know. He's almost coming in a bit more reckless than I'm used to seeing him. It's almost like he wants to fight because his fans are there. Good jab from Usyk. Another good jab. Or either that or he's felt the power of Dubois and thinks he can take it. And I'm telling you, he can't take a power shot from Dubois on the chin. 15 seconds left of round number 4. I'm tempted to give this round to Dubois. I think Dubois had a better round here. I think it's a good round from Daniel Dubois. Look, Usyk's done some good stuff. I think Dubois has been good as well. I think that's Dubois' best round. I think that's Dubois' best round. Where are we? So look. Keelan Hill says, Why does it look like DDD is getting faster and Usyk slower? I think that as well. I think that. Dubois looking comfortable. Usyk does nothing that is impressive. You need to stop watching boxing. You need to stop watching boxing right now. Sharon Leach, a great point. Wet canvas will slow Usyk. I think it is a bit of a wet canvas. They need to get someone in there to wipe that shit down. Yeah, you're right about that. I just saw something. Someone said there's no replays for Daniel Dubois' work. There isn't. Every time Dubois does something nice, they don't seem to show it. They show Usyk's work, but not Dubois. Here we go, round 5. I've given 1 round to Dubois, so I've got it 3-1 at the moment to Usyk. But this is where I thought Usyk would start going through the gears, pardon me. Let's see if he does. Round number 5, the Ukrainian fighting in front of his people, unified heavyweight champion of the world. Remember, this is the second defense of those belts. Oh, big body shot! Usyk down! No, wait. Why are they saying timeout? Wait, why are they saying timeout? I don't think that was low. I do not think that was low. I need to see that again. I do not think that was low. Please show me that again. I think that was on the button. I think that was on the button. The referee's giving them time. They need to show the replays here. Show the replays. I think that was on the button. Please show the replays. Come on. Come on. Why are they not showing the replays? Why are they not showing the replays? Show the replay then. I don't understand what's going on here. Show the replay. Show the replay. Show the this is a joke. This is a joke. Usyk's almost saying he doesn't want to get up here. I think a body shot has hurt him. I think a body shot has hurt Oleksandr Usyk, and I can't believe they're not showing the replay of this. I can tell you guys now for a second, by the way. I can tell you now, people in the truck, so that's where all the action is, have seen this, and they're deciding whether or not to show this replay. I thought that was a legitimate body shot, and I need to see it. I need to see it. If it's not a legit body shot and it's a low blow, then you take a point off Dubois. And he's not doing that either. Usyk is struggling, though, to walk. Let's see. Come on. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Let me see this. Let me see this. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, yeah, it's on the belt. Wait. Is that low? I don't know. I mean, it's on the belt. Maybe it is then. I mean, sometimes they say, well, anything below this is low. I don't know, but Usyk's making it seem as though that was in the you-know-what area. It's low, but it wasn't on the nutsack. It wasn't on the nutsack. If I'm Daniel Dubois, you know what I do? I go straight for that fucking low body again. I go straight for that body again. The referee is giving him as long as he wants here. This is interesting. How long left in the round? What's he doing? Is he taking a point from Dubois? Is he warning him? What's he doing? I think Usyk, by the way, is very, very, very hurt still. Daniel Dubois is that kind of guy. Like, he's almost like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. What do I do? What do I do? He's almost looking to his corner for advice. Like, what do I do? Usyk's like, I'm taking my time. But what Usyk's doing, by the way, here is experience. Like, he's clearly hurt. And he's like, you know what? I'm taking my time. I'm taking my time. Doesn't matter. Let's go. All right, let's see what happens now. Let's see what happens now. Jesus Christ. That was interesting. The referee, what's he saying to him? The referee's giving him a stern warning. I like Dubois. Dubois like, I'm here to fucking fight. I'm here to fight. I'm sorry, but I'm here to fight. I'm here to fight. Let's fight. Go on, Dubois. Let's see what he can do. He's going for the body again. Dubois went, you know what Dubois did? He went immediately for the body again. Mate, we could have one of the biggest upsets in heavyweight history on our hands here. Because Usyk does not like anything around that body area. Does not like the fact that that was on the belt and Usyk collapsed the way he did. Does not like that body shots area. If I'm Usyk, if I'm Dubois is trying to go for the body. Dubois should almost say, you know what? I'm gonna get hurt, but I've got to get in. I've got to get in close and go to the body. Let's see how good Oleksandr Usyk really is. Let's see if he can get through this because he was hurt there. He was hurt big time. 1 minute 49 left of round number 5. Dubois, although low technically, has hurt Usyk to that body area. And if I'm Dubois, I fucking go through walls to get to that body area again. That was interesting. Daniel Dubois. I don't know why Daniel Dubois is standing off him. He's got, there you go, get into the body. No, Usyk's complaining again. Usyk's complaining to the ref. He doesn't like this. Dubois has got to get close to that body. Forget listening to the ref, Dubois. He's got to close the distance and go to that body. Usyk clearly has an issue there. I mean, I love the way Dubois fought this fight so far, you know. Aggressive. Look, he's really, mate, I ain't seen Dubois this aggressive ever. Ever. Even in the first Joe Joyce fight, it wasn't this aggressive. Good jab from Dubois. Sorry, from Usyk. Is that pissed off Usyk? I don't know. Usyk, though, now is so wary of the body shots. He's tucking in so tight because he's so wary of it. Man, this is a good performance from Daniel Dubois. I don't know how many rounds he's got in him, but so far, I mean, so far, so good. At end of round 5, and you're going to say, I've hurt Usyk a little bit. Usyk trying to be aggressive now on the front foot. Dubois standing in front of him. Dubois banging out as well. Dubois is powerful, isn't he? Jesus. The other thing about Dubois, he's not muscular. I mean, he's don't get me wrong, he's big, but he's not like AJ muscular. So you don't feel like he's going to fill up with lactic acid as much. Or he's got to be careful though. Dubois nearly got caught there with a left hook. Head was down, nearly got caught. 10 seconds left. What's Dubois' stamina like? Can he keep up this pace? Not quite sure. But what an interesting round fight. Oh, nice left from Usyk. Usyk aggressive. Oh, Dubois fires back right on the button. Jeez. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a fight. Someone says it wasn't a low blow. It technically was a low blow. God, it collapsed him. It collapsed him. Oh, that was a horrible. Do you see that shot though from Usyk? That left hand. I think Dubois is going to get knocked out in this fight. That's what I think. But I think he's going to fucking give everything he can. Give everything he can. Jeez. Dubois is kind of built like Big Daddy Frank Bruno. No. Not really. Oh, Big Daddy and Frank Bruno combo. I told you not to sleep on DDD. Did you? I don't remember that. Here we go. Round number 6. Been an entertaining fight so far. Not what I thought it would be, but entertaining nonetheless. Usyk hurt in that round 5 to what technically was a low body shot, low blow, but still took ages to recover from it. Has he recovered? That's the question. You know, I think he knows when he fights on the front foot like this, Usyk, he's almost going into the danger zone with Dubois because Dubois still seems to carry so much spite in those punches. I wouldn't be surprised if Dubois puts him down again to the body. It wouldn't surprise me because Dubois seems to be carrying a lot of venom, not afraid to get hit, has been hit, and still wants to come back and fight fire with fire, which you got to respect. 2 minutes left of round number 6 to go. Usyk on the front foot in this round. Dubois not really doing. Oh, Usyk with a beautiful 1-2. Dubois on the back foot immediately. Usyk, ladies and gentlemen, is trying to go through the gears here. Dubois still, though, very aggressive. But Usyk almost annoyed, it looks like, by what happened in round number 5. Trying to put Dubois on the back foot. He's got Dubois into his corner now, where Dubois doesn't really want to be. He needs to get out of the corner. Usyk almost giving him a route out here. Dubois not taking it. Dubois just standing in front of Usyk and willing to trade, which is interesting. One thing Usyk hasn't done to Dubois is go to Dubois' body at all. It's been very much headhunting, rather than mix it up a little bit. It's a bit obvious what Usyk's doing here, that 1-2. Rather than mix it to the body, he hasn't thrown in many hooks in this fight. It's just been 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, which is effective. Dubois again going to the... Well, 1 second here. Dubois went to the body again, and Usyk looked at him like, what are you doing? I'm like, what do you mean, what am I doing? I'm fighting. Dubois trying to go to the body again. A minute left of round number 6. I feel like if I'm Dubois right now, I feel like the pace hasn't been incredible. He should be comfortable. Dubois bouncing on his toes as well. Usyk bouncing on his toes. Dubois bouncing on his toes as if to say, I'm still fit. I'm still here. Good jab from Dubois off the ropes. Good jab from Usyk. Jesus Christ. Razor-like. Just like a python. I think both men look inside. Usyk, by the way, this almost does not look like the same Usyk that fought AJ. I don't know if that's me being a bit biased, but he just looks clumsy. Looks clumsy, looks slow, looks tired. Honestly, doesn't look great right now, Usyk. Doesn't look great. Dubois with a nice body shot. That Usyk is feeding these body shots. Usyk with a nice little cross as well, by the way. Usyk round, but yeah, Usyk ain't looking great. Usyk ain't looking great. What's this one? I knew Dubois came to fight today. The way in the Bible quote was cold. Yeah, it was cold. Carl Frampton saying it was not a low blow. Uh-oh. A lot of you saying no low blow as well. I agree. Carl Frampton just said there is no way that was a low blow. If that wasn't a low blow, then there's going to be a big problem after this fight, because that's almost like wrong then. That's almost corrupt if that wasn't a low blow. All right, here we go. Round number 7. I said I think that Usyk gets a stoppage round 8 to late. So from 8 onwards. So we're getting into that territory now. Let's see what Usyk can do. Let's see what Dubois can do. I'm starting to like Dubois in this. Like I've almost, I've gone away from, I just want to see Fury versus Usyk now. I'm just like, oh, go on, Dubois. Give it a go. Let's see. Again, Usyk on the front foot. I just think Usyk now is so wary of Dubois' power. So wary. I would love to be in the mind of AJ watching this fight, thinking, like watching what Dubois is doing, thinking maybe I should have been a bit more aggressive like this. I don't know. Again, easier said than done. Because I think round 9 onwards, up to round 9, AJ was doing well against Usyk, but it's from then that Usyk just went through the gears. But let's see. I don't think I think Usyk looks a bit sloppy here. Usyk finally trying to go to the body and target the body of Daniel Dubois. I think it's more just to mix it up. I don't think he thinks Dubois can be hurt to the body. I think it's more just to mix things up a little bit. Like it almost becomes a bit too predictable if Dubois knows you always go into my head with that 1-2. Dubois looks so compact, by the way. Did Dubois just hurt him to the body again there? I almost felt like Usyk collapsed back. This is where Dubois got to bash him up. Usyk is on the ropes and he's let Dubois out. He's let Usyk out. It almost gave him a route out. You know what? I'm starting to lean towards a Dubois stoppage here, I think Dubois could stop Oleksandr Usyk. I think so far this has been a really good performance from Daniel Dubois. I think Usyk's been good and Usyk's winning the fight, but I think this has been a better than I expected performance. Way better than I expected. I think Usyk looks petrified every time he's in close with Dubois, and Dubois lets him off. From distance like this, I think Usyk's going to win the fight from distance where he can just pick off Dubois. But every time Usyk gets close in and Dubois starts landing those big bombs, Usyk does not like it. Be careful, Dubois. Dubois just squared up there. His legs completely just squared up, very close. Referee just warning him for pushing. Are you having a laugh, ref? For fuck's sake, it's a fight. Usyk caught Dubois there with a left hook coming out of the pocket. Oh, another couple of big shots from Usyk there as well. This is where Dubois got to be. You got to get brave. That's it. That's it. You got to fight back no matter what. You're going to be feeling it, but you got to fight back. Usyk with a couple of big swings and misses. But this is where Dubois for the first time holding. He got hurt there. Dubois. 15 seconds left of round number 7. Dubois is hurt. He's clearly hurt. He's starting to square up his legs. His legs have stiffened as well, but he's fighting back. Well done. He's breathing heavily as well as Dubois. Hurt. Dubois is definitely hurt. He's going to get knocked down. Saved by the bell. Saved by the bell. What's the chat saying? What is the chat saying? God, there's so many of you chatting. Brando just says, wow. What's this one from Tot? Shit, man. River Runs Deep says, call the ambulance for Daniel Dubois. I think Usyk stops him in this round. Remember, I've always said round 8 and upwards. Next round is round 8. I think Usyk just starts to do it now. I really do. Low blow cheap. There's going to be some controversy about that. Like normally with the belt line though, and I didn't listen to the ref, but they normally say nothing below the belt. Like this belt, they only say like the belt's good, nothing below that. It was on the belt, so it was below it. I don't know. All right, here we go. Round number 8. This for me is where Usyk starts to show his best because Daniel Dubois looked like he was starting to fade a little bit in that round, and Usyk's right on him from the beginning. Let's see what Usyk can do, and let's see what Daniel Dubois can do this round. Good. All right, nice little right hand from Daniel Dubois there, by the way. I think it looks like the last stand from Dubois for me personally. I think Dubois looks like he's tired and he's gonna like just give it his all, but could be wrong. Hope I am wrong. I do want to see a few more rounds in this. Usyk just walking around the ring, having a look. Dubois with a nice little left hook and a miss. Those misses take so much energy out of you. Dubois looking like looks like he's regrouped a bit from that end of that round 7, which I thought was looking like a bit of a disaster for him. Seems like he's still thereabouts. Let's have a look and see. Oh no, Dubois is definitely tired. He's tired here. I can see his legs look like they've stiffed as well. He's tired. He's starting to feel the pace. Usyk's starting to land a couple of nice combinations there. The one at the end landed. The first 3 didn't. The 4th did. That's the beauty of Usyk. You are going to get combinations. Very rarely does he throw single shots. Dubois still trying to go for that body, which is good. Target the body. Target it. Usyk with a big, deep breath. Let's have a look. Dubois still there. 1 minute 32 left of round number 8. Dubois just having a look. Usyk hasn't really started to ramp it up like he did at the end of the round 7. Maybe he's waiting as well. Maybe he's feeling the pace of this. Dubois on the front foot a little bit here. Oh, nice little sharp left from Usyk. Dubois took it well. Didn't land clean. Dubois kind of parried it away. A minute left of round number 8. I'm almost still waiting for that burst from Usyk, which hasn't come yet. And this will be good for Dubois. I mean, Dubois can get a bit of a breather in this round, which I think is important because I think round 7 was quite a tough one for him. But nothing really significant from both fighters so far in this one. Usyk feeling it as well. Usyk breathing heavy. I saw that big gulp of breath from Usyk. Nice little right hand from Dubois. Usyk felt that. This is a tough fight for Oleksandr Usyk, by the way. He's feeling this. He just doesn't look. I don't know. He just looks a bit off for me, Usyk. I think he's feeling those body shots. All right, here we go now. 26 seconds left. This is when Usyk starts to turn up, but it's too late for anything to happen at the end of this round. Nice little right hand from Daniel Dubois. Usyk trying to fight fire with fire. That's dangerous. That's a very good round from Daniel Dubois. I think he's done well to just almost get a breather this round, if anything. Strange round. I thought Usyk was going to do a lot more this round. Strange round. And then I say that, and Daniel Dubois goes down in the round. He's got time, though. He just needs to get up and get to the corner. Get up and get to the corner. Get up and get to the corner. He's up. He's up at 8. Saved by the bell again. Saved by the bell again. Oof, Jesus Christ. I need to look at the punch that knocked him down. I said round 8. I don't always get it right. Let's have a look at this punch. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at this again. It almost looked like he extended his knee again. Like, don't get me wrong, there's a series of punches, but it was like his knee, like his left, he's shattered, by the way. He's in the corner shattered. But it looked like his his right knee extended a bit. Interesting. Don Charles is giving him a good talking to. He's still in this fight. He's still in this fight. This has been a good performance from Daniel. Let's see. That was a good round 7 for Usyk. He's got a knockdown in round 8. Let's see what he can do in round 9. Can he close the show? I don't think he will in this round. I think Daniel Dubois is still very much in it. What is going on? Usyk's got far too much power. Usyk, like, he tells the ref where the punches land. It's crazy. Good little right hand there from Daniel Dubois. Good jab from Daniel Dubois. Let's see what's... Oh, sloppy. Dubois shattered. He just tried to throw a right hand there, and there's nothing in it. Usyk's going to really now... He's got Daniel Dubois on the ropes. Oh, Daniel Dubois starting to get hit now with shots from everywhere. This is what Usyk... They seem to come from all over the place. Still there, still trying to fight is Daniel Dubois, but he does look tired. He looks very, very tired. But regardless of what happens from here on, that low blow is going to be talked about. Usyk starting to land that jab at will as well now. You almost feel like Daniel Dubois still got one big punch left, but when you're exhausted, there's just nothing on the punches either. 1 minute 49 left of round number 9, and this looks like Usyk all the way now. Yeah, he's landing some big shots. I think Don Charles has got to be a bit careful in the corner here, not to... Because one thing I always felt like with Don, with Chisora, he let him go sometimes when he shouldn't have. Sometimes you've got to maybe save the fighter a little bit here. I'm not saying Usyk, that Dubois is getting bashed up, but he's looking tired and the shots are coming. He's down again. Down with a jab. That didn't even look like it was much. Is he going to stay down? They've called it off. Waved off. Usyk wins. I need to see that again. It didn't look like there was anything on that jab. Don't know. Don't know with Dubois. That didn't look like there was anything on those shots that put him down. I didn't see that there was anything in those shots. Again, it might be just fatigue or just, do you know what I mean? Like mental, like, I don't know. Tainted win. Sorry, but some of the shine has to come off him now. Also, DDD just gave Fury the blueprint to beat Usyk free with... I'll stop it. No chance. Wish I could give you your money back. That's not the way it happens. That's not a blueprint because Dubois doesn't fight the way Fury fights. But I just need to see that knockdown again. They take so long showing the replays. I don't know. I feel like there's something more with Dubois. I don't know if it's the knee. I don't know if it's a mentality thing. Like when he just decides he's hurt and then just stops. Like I felt like he was going to go out on his shield there. I don't know. I don't want to be too critical. Don't know. Usyk goes to the corner of Dubois. There's a handshake. Can they show the fucking replays, please? Jesus Christ. Dubois ain't got the heart. I don't know if it's that. I think it's a bit more than that. There's something more. It's not a tainted win anymore. He quit. Should have let it go to decision or gone out on his back. Don't care how tired he was. I think they're talking about the body shot, I think, in the corner. There's something going on in the corner between Usyk and Dubois. I don't know what it is. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going on in the corner. I don't know about that body shot. I don't know what's going on. I'm not quite sure. Is it a tainted win? Possibly. Possibly. I mean, but that's not Usyk's fault, is it? But again, sometimes what happens, let me get off my chair and show you guys. So normally the referee says, okay, the belt's here. You can't punch on the belt. So if you punch on the belt, that's low. So they say anything above the belt's okay. So it was it was on the belt, but if the referee tells you can't punch on the belt, you can't punch on the belt. Oh man, they're just showing the punch that Daniel Dubois got knocked down with. Let me see it again. Actually, it's a bloody, it's a jab, but it's a fucking forceful jab. It's literally right on the button as well. Let me see it again. I'm going to show it again. Bang. No, it's a very, very good jab. But it is. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not having this Dubois as a quitter thing, by the way. I can see a lot of Dubois as a quitter. Super chat from Bill Keaveney. Thanks, Ade. Thank you, Bill. Appreciate it. Bang. It's a great jab, though. That's not even a jab for me. That's a fucking power shot. Like when you say jab, you almost feel like it doesn't have the same sort of power to it as a power shot. I think it's a good fight from Dubois, by the way. It's a good fight. Scott H says absolute robbery. That was a body shot KO, and he took 5 minutes saying low blow. Makes me sick. I don't know. Lewis Young, he was never going to get a decision in Poland. Referee was awful, not a low blow. Stupid. Never ringing the bell. Shocking robbery. The worst in boxing history. Let's calm down a little bit. Who's going to be doing the in-ring interview? Is it Michelle Joy Phelps? See, this is why I need a Max Kellerman, because I want him to ask him about that body shot. Usyk dancing away in the crowd. I don't know. The expression is below the belt. That was on the belt. Yeah. I don't know, It was on, like, it's below. Sometimes they say the belt line. It's not, it's difficult. Like, so no, I'm looking at Usyk bit there. That, like, if it's on that belt line, you're not supposed. Oh, fuck it. It's just so. Let's see. Let's just see what everyone says. Yellen Teller says he quit again. Oh, come on, man. He's fucking got. Did you see the forcefulness of that jab that literally was on the chin? You know how hard it is, yeah? You're breathing out of your ass. You're breathing. You can't breathe, and the guy just cracks you in your chin. How is that quitting? Stop, man. Stop. Josh Starkey, great shot, but not enough to keep him down. It's not the shot that keeps him down, it's the exhaustion that keeps him down. It's the shot and the exhaustion, it's the two combined. Tef Adam, anyone who calls Dubois a quitter is a casual. Agreed. I'm sorry, I agree. I'm not having this quitter shit. I'm not having it. Guys, I can't. No. Here we go. Look, come on, man. It's heavyweight. That was a jab, and Dubois went down too easy. Yeah, you've just answered your own question. It was a jab from a heavyweight, which is basically a right hand from any other weight division. Cappuccino knocked out by a jab again. Oh boy. I don't know. All right, guys, girls. Anyway, look, we are done. We've been on the stream for 3.5 hours. Your boy's just a little bit tired. I'm flying out tomorrow. I will do a reaction video right now, like straight away. So make sure you watch that on the channel. And also, if you are new to the channel, please do me a favor, subscribe. There's nearly 3,000 of you. If you can, do me this small favor of liking the stream before you leave as a small thank you to me. I'd appreciate it as well. And we are going to do a couple videos. Remember, the road to 175, the finale is up tomorrow. You guys can see how I cut that weight to 175. And I will see you very, very soon. Let me quickly read out the super chat that has just come in. It'd be wrong of me not to. If I can find it, I can't find it. There's so many questions coming in. I can't find it. I can't find it. I'm so sorry. Actually, let me see it here. It's about where the punch was. Okay, here we go. Wikipedia. Punches must not be struck below the opponent's navel, as it's deemed unfair and contrary to sportsmanship. F these English commentators. Yeah, I thought it was a low blow. But again, I know a lot of you think that what Carl Frampton said is true. I think it was a low blow. I think that's an illegal shot, but it's difficult. That's what I think. All right, guys, girls, we are done. I will see you all in about 10 minutes because I'm going to do a reaction video straight away. Peace and love.